Again to Tuesday. You made it. Welcome. Hey. And welcome to Warda. We thank you all so much for being out here today, where we, Chicago actors, get together and we play Fate and live in the world of Warda, a world we're all coming to love very, very much. So, guys, thank you so much for showing up here. Let's jump right into it. We're a little bit late today, which is we have a couple of difficulties.
Exactly.
We have difficulties. They're not just technical now.
They're just audible.
They're just audible. We have audible difficulties. But we're going to jump in right away, introducing our wonderful actors tonight. So let's start here on my right.
Hi there, my name is Alexis Cohen-Penna, and tonight I will be playing Alva Goldfinch, who is a fairy hat maker and a dealer of secrets.
Yes, so what we're saying is we're saying our real name, our character name, and what our character is for our guest tonight.
Hi, I am Frank Gasparo. I am playing Tippin, just Tippin, who is a rogue pixie. Yeah.
That's good, yeah.
My name is Justin Blankenship. I am playing Embrilar Ardeo of the High House Ardeo. I'm a half Gina Freddy. I am a magic cop.
Magic cop.
I know, right? But, you know,
I wasn't expecting that.
Exactly, you shouldn't be.
And I am Mary-Kate Arnold, and I am playing Quillathe Sareine of House Sareine. She is the eldest daughter and only princess of House Sareine. Oh my gosh.
Well done. Well done.
Welcome.
All right, we're very excited. Just so you guys know, Mary-Kate is part of the very first group that we played Warda with. Quillathe Sareine had the very first role of all of Warda, and in that role, she waterboarded her fairy. So it's gonna be good. That's 10 years ago. That's 10 years from now.
That's 10 years
That's
from
10
now.
years
I'm
from
probably
now.
very sweet now.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Probably.
You're a novice at abusing the domestic help.
We'll get there.
We'll get there. We'll get there. It'll be great.
We'll work up to it.
Yeah.
After a lot of practice, we'll get you there.
We'll start with like Chinese water torture and just move up from there.
You know, first you gotta like cut fingertips first, and then you gotta move on. Of
course.
Anyway, so let's do some thank yous real quick. First of all, we'd like to thank Allie on the ones and twos. Allie.
Hey guys. Happy to be back in Warda. It really doesn't feel like a whole week has gone by.
Oh man, no.
It does not, no.
But I can't tell if it feels like more time has gone by or less time.
It's just gone
It's
by,
very confusing.
Whatever it has been. It's
But
just
proper
time has
11
passed.
Time is a
Thank
mystery.
you all for tuning in. Thank you guys for tuning in early and jumping in the chat just to hang out and talk about Warda. Thank you guys for your tweets and your email messages and your support on the Patreon. We're super excited that you're all here and a part of this. If you are not yet a patron on the Patreon, you can become one. At $3 a month, you can partake in the weekly plot twist poll, which involves voting on an option which will direct the outcome of the game to some degree. And at $10 a month, you can create your own canon character that we will then incorporate somehow into the world. So let us know if you'd like to jump in on that. We'll be throwing some links down in the chat. Jordan, I think, is here, and he'll be putting some links in the chat throughout
Indeed.
tonight.
Success story of the $10 mark in your character's canon is Alva Goldfinch, actually. Who she started out as a patron, and now she's on the stream itself.
I bribed my way in.
Yeah, that's what you do. Hey.
That's how you get ahead in
It's
life.
all about the sweet money. Not really. We love you guys. That's what it's about.
Those sweet, sweet dares.
Yeah.
We also love
Well,
money.
it's also about like we want to make more stuff.
We
Like,
do.
You guys have been talking about merch, and we have been talking about merch, and it is on the horizon, people.
It really
we are
is.
close.
If we get to 200, we
yeah, if we get to $200 a month, we're gonna drop some news on y'all.
Yeah,
and then when we
we're
get
close, too.
Yeah, we're very close. When we get to $300 a month, you guys get Winds of Change.
Yeah.
And oh boy.
I really want you guys to get wins of change.
Yeah. If you guys, at the end of this night, you all will love Quillathe Sareine, as we love Quillathe Sareine.
Quillathe
Of House
Sareine,
Sareine.
you get Gist, you get Sandir.
You
get Iggly.
You get Iggly. You get Griff. You get all their stories over the span of like a couple of spans, actually.
Yeah.
There's some smish goes down, guys. Some cagging smish goes down.
It's delightful.
It's delightful, and we're actually almost done. We're almost done with that whole thing. We got maybe one or two more episodes to run, and then we'll finish their story, their best story. But what are we doing here? So thank you to Allie. We got to thank the One Shot Podcast Network for having us here. Without them, we'd just be a bunch of nerds in a basement.
But we are nerds in a basement.
But we are nerds in a basement.
But we're
so-
nerds
We
in a
have this
basement
lovely
with a
California
camera.
gaming
Yeah,
table.
we have this
And internet
lovely-
access.
What is it?
Thank you to Carolina Gaming Tables
Carolina.
for their
Carolina
beautiful
Gaming
gaming
Tables.
table.
Look at this beautiful thing. This thing is made specifically for streaming, actually. Hence the way that it looks like a long table, and it's not. It's more like a trapezoid. But anyway, we got to thanks to them because they let us allow us in their space, their equipment, and we're able to bring all this wonderful stuff to you through them. So thank you to the One Shot Network for that. And last but not least, we got to thank you guys. Without you, again, we're just doing this for ourselves, and we do this for you guys. So thank you so much for making Warda what it is, and to continue to do that. Tell your friends, tell your enemies, tell everyone you know. Warda
down
will
the street.
continues on. Yeah, go outside right now. Tell someone.
Not right now.
No, right
Not
now.
right
No,
now.
no, no.
In like 3 hours.
In like 3 hours when
3
we're
hours
done,
from
you
now.
can go out and you can tell someone.
In the meantime, watch.
And
enjoy.
share on social media. It can help. It costs you nothing and it helps us immensely. But last but not least, we do our favorite segment, our pre-show segment, getting to know you. Getting to know you. Getting to know all about you. One of my favorite parts of getting to know you so far is the even though we tell our guests it's the shock of it. It's wonderful to watch. So thank you for jumping right in and being great about that. All right, so getting to know you. Our question tonight was actually submitted by you guys. We put it up in a poll, and the winner was, what is the modern convenience you cannot live without? Now, I will say this, it doesn't necessarily have to be something that we have come up with before. If you want to submit something and say like, well, I can't live without this, we'll talk about it. We'll see if it works or not. But feel free to come up with stuff, guys. Cool? Let's start with 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna roll. 5s and 6s will be re-rolled. 5 and 6s will be rolled. So let's re-roll that one again. Man. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I will begin. The modern convenience that Alva Goldfinch cannot live without is a fully stocked and equipped kitchen. It's all right if it's small. She does live in a fairly small, like one-person apartment, like a flat, but she has a really nice oven, a really good sink. She also has an ice box, and those are pretty new because they do take a lot of like water magic, ice magic to operate, so they're expensive, but she saved up for it because Alva, even though she doesn't really enjoy cooking and cleaning, she is a very good cook, and she likes to make food for herself that tastes good, so she insists on having all of the appliances and all of the tools and everything at her disposal.
All of your Mechanica needs, brought to you by House Ardeo and the Mechanica Guild.
Same thing.
It's really the same thing, but whatever. Tippin.
Pockets.
I was very curious what you were going to come up with that one.
Pockets.
Actually, pockets. The modern convenience of pockets. There are pixies out there going like, guys, pockets.
Here's the thing, like, I can live inside a pocket. People put things in pockets. I can reach into pockets and take things from pockets.
You can be put into pockets.
I can be put into a pocket. I can hide in a pocket. You can hold other things in pockets. 2 pixies could fit in a pocket.
Privacy in a pocket.
Privacy in a pocket.
Privacy
a
in a
pixie
pocket.
love story.
Pixie.
I've read that book. It was really good.
It was very good. It was very
It
good.
didn't really get very good reviews. No.
Well, you know,
Wait till the
their
live action.
information
It was writing about
completely
Oh, Pixies in a Pocket
Yeah,
about no
no,
gaming?
no,
That's
no.
fantastic.
The characters were not accurate.
Oh
Like,
my
that's
gosh!
not how
Real
a
quick,
pixie
real quick.
would act.
Chat, give me a Ifriti writer who wrote what did you
Pixies
say?
in a pocket.
Pixies in a Pocket, a pixie love
Like
story.
an armchair author who just did
Yeah,
no research.
just give me that
and
armchair
decided that's
author,
how it
please.
goes.
Nothing
do,
about
please.
pixies. Nothing.
You do nothing about
You're
them.
so like disgusted.
He didn't even like. He didn't even understand how we work. Like, it's not that kind of gross stuff they put in there. It's big feelings. Just lots of feelings. It's not that.
Is it just J.M. Barrie?
Well, it's whoever. So give me the Ifriti author who created
The
this.
pretty equivalent of J.
Embrilar.
Delivery.
Oh, nice.
Food delivery. I grew up, I didn't know how to cook. I don't know how to cook. I mean,
What about DiGiorno?
what is that?
Continue.
I was trying to make jokes like you.
Oh,
I wanted to make you
Oh,
proud.
DiGiorno? Oh, the Nayati who's the famous cook?
I'm done trying.
No, food delivery. It's so good. Like being able to like send a pixie out and like come back and then they come. The next thing you know, like within like a few minutes, there's food that you ordered. It was, oh my god, it's fantastic. I love it.
Well, real quick, Digi or no?
Oh, good.
Frank, don't try to be anyone else. Be yourself. We love
Digi
yourself.
or no?
You're a great drunk.
Nayati, you said?
Digi or no? Digi or no?
He's a Nayati. Holden Haverford is the Ifriti
okay.
author.
I've
totally
actually
read the book,
met
too.
Holden Haverford at a signing.
Yeah, roll me a luck, real quick. You met him. It didn't go well.
It didn't go well. I told him that his book was all right. I thought it was enjoyable. He did not take that criticism very well.
I feel like Tippin went with you.
Probably.
And that
of
probably
course.
didn't help.
No. Oh, yes, because that's the bad luck. I had you with me, and you were like, no,
So this
Pixies
is not
don't
how
say-"
pixies act.
He's like, get this pixie out of here. What does a pixie know about pixies?
I'm taking down who Digi Orno is.
Are you also writing down Holden Haverford?
I'm going to write down Holden Haverford here in a second. Holden Haverford, who is a Ifriti author.
And he has a cousin named Thomas Haverford.
I was going to
Who-
say, he does.
Thomas Haverford, he works
I
for the
do,
city
I do.
council, the
He
Parks and
does.
Rec conferences.
He does. He does all like their branding.
Exactly. He has a drink called snake oil.
He
snake
does.
juice.
Yeah, I like snake oil though. For this.
Ooh, I would go with snake oil. It's
snake
so good.
oil.
Pixies in a Pocket is his most known book.
Yes.
A Pixie
No,
love
they're starting to
story.
read it in school now.
He has other
Great
questionable
romance
works of art.
decade.
Oh yes, he's got many questionable.
Teaches them
He's a
about
smart writer,
symbolism.
really. All right. So delivery for. Do you have a favorite
red pixie shades
type of
darker.
food and favorite ethnic food that you like to bring out?
Nayadi.
Nayati food. Ooh.
Nayadi food, yes.
It is the best.
Yeah.
It is, because something about
It comes pre-moistened.
it does. It's so good.
Also, shout out
It's
to
so
the Yummery.
moist.
To the Yummery.
Shout out to the Yummery
Oh, the
for their
Yummery.
baked
Yummery.
goods.
Oh, of course. Well, the
Which is-
Yummery, like that was like I love the Yummery. I'm a regular there, but I mean, we're gonna talk about like my favorite places.
Yeah.
My favorite type of food.
Is Nayati food,
Nayati.
which is a lot of soups and broths and salts and
Fish and-
fish and.
There's actually a specific place that's at Nayadi place. It's the only place I ever drink salt wine.
Mhm, yeah.
Yeah, I do. And Owen actually gives me crap for it.
Yeah, what's the place? Do you know what it's called?
It is called Fish and Fin.
Fish and Fin. The Fish and Fin.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Imagine they sort of water down their salt wine a little, but they put like a flavoring into it
Mm.
to attract non-Nayati to drink it.
Very nice. Very nice. Quillathe.
So I wrote mine down because I don't want to mess up on my first time.
Okay.
So mine is a hydrola styler. It's a water mechanica hairstyler that you can style both your hair and your servants, I mean fairies and pixie attendants, hair with. And it can only be used with water arcanica. So only really special people can use it.
Excellent. I love
Hydrola styler.
the Hydrola styler.
I feel like you've done a commercial for this before.
You absolutely have.
It is. It is.
Well, this gorgeous hairstyle.
Yes, this is
a
actually
Hydrola
a
styler?
product of the Hydrola styler. I left my water crowns at home, so I've had to
Oh,
create
you had to
my
create
own. Yeah,
something.
but this was created with the Hydrola styler.
A
She had a
Hydrola
segment
styler,
in the witching hour for it.
Yeah. Oh yes. Yeah. Obviously, and it is. It's got Quillathe Sareine stamp of approval.
It does. It does.
And has like used by Quillathe Sareine of House Sareine. So
Beautiful.
That's perfect. Perfect. I love that. Man, this is all really good smish. This is good stuff, guys. So a Hydrola styler. Hi. I'll just take your card later on.
Yeah, you can. I'll just pass this over to you.
So thank you all. Thank you to the chat for that getting to know you. We learned a lot about our characters from that. That was a really good one. All right. And is there anything else? Anything for you, Allie, before we get started?
No.
Eloquent.
Friendly reminder that the beautiful, I'm going to switch over to it, the beautiful playmat that we're using is made by Elena Lemmer, who is a beautiful fantasy artist who does a lot of architecture and landscapes. And this piece of art was one of our initial inspirations for the city of Ammingrad. And then I found this playmat at Gen Con and purchased it and told her that she was going to get real famous for being on our live streams. So
get out there and make us famous, guys.
check out her stuff and make us famous.
Thank you guys so much. Allie, will you do me a favor? Will you text Bill yes from me? Great. Excellent. So, are you guys ready?
Oh,
Yes.
are you ready?
Yes.
No, let's just go. No, let's do it. Like, shall we jump back into it?
Yes.
No.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
Lost my mic. No.
It's totally fine. All right, so we begin with our cold opening, as we usually do. So, the cold opening is.
You just made cold joke.
Oh, you made a cold joke. Yeah, I get that. I
We
totally
only
get
had
this.
2 though.
I
Give it-
know.
Nah, here, take it back.
You can keep it.
I want
for
you guys
now.
to imagine a train. As it clocks along the tracks, there is a the camera pans past one of the cars. It says the Violet Lotus line on the sign, and has a violet lotus imprinted on the side of it. The inside of the car is lit up because it's dark outside, and we are in the city of Amminheim. As the train clacks its way down the tracks, there you do see that there's one car that has a lot of fire damage on it, but it appears to have been put out recently. As it's heading down the tracks, you see that there's a group of hooded and masked beings waiting on a rooftop. And as it goes by, they jump off onto the tracks. And we follow these group of 3. There's 3 of them as they go through the cars. And what we see as the audience is the train going by. We're outside, and we see them go across the lights of the windows. And you see them take out one fae after the other as they go up and like slit their throats, move through and stab them in the back. Some turn around and like try to do magic, but they like dodge out of the way and like get them. And they make their way all the way to the fire-burned, blackened car that's damaged. And as they get there, a furious fight goes on that we watch. It's very reminiscent of that Daredevil season 1 fight in that hallway.
In the hallway?
Of these 3 of them
Good
like
fight.
take out in that one.
fight.
It's a great action sequence, and I wish I could describe it to you, but we're just gonna have to wait for Netflix to pick this up.
Netflix?
Yeah, Netflix, if you're out there, pick us up. You've done worse. Okay, so
We've all seen Death Note. We've all seen Death Note.
Anyway, so they go through and they finally kill the last Fae, and as the last half gene drops, they go over to a crate and they pry open the crate, and they're going through it, and they're like, "Is it there? Is it there?" And you're like, "Nay," and they tip it over, and a bunch of these artifacts roll out of it, and they continue to check out the rest of the room until they come across behind where Connor was sitting when you first came into this one Embrilar. You see beneath that chair there's a loose board, and they open the board and it opens into a small box that's underneath the carriage of it. And they reach down and they pull out a circular stone tablet. And the camera goes onto the circular stone tablet, and we see, will you give me the overhead? We see this symbol on it. Everybody see it? Everybody got it? Which you guys know is the symbol of magic for the city. This is the symbol that represents magic. And they take their hoods off as they all look at it, and they're all human. All 3 of them.
Ooh.
And as they hold it, they go, "Royland's going to be happy about this. Yes, indeed." And they go to take it, and they kick open the back door, and they leap out into the darkness. As they leap out of the darkness, the camera pans to a corner, and there we see Joe. And Joe is sitting there watching them as they go. And we see Joe as we've always seen her. She has the one half wing. She's a pixie. And she's watching them. And as they go, she shakes her head. And then she goes over to a wall, and there's like a little, like a metal grate thing, and she turns it, and there's a swirling vortex inside of it. And she jumps into it, and poof, she bamps out of where she is to where she's going next. And it closes. And then we hit the intro.
Wait.
Okay. All right. So stuff's going down. Royland Ponds.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Surprise he's in it.
I know him.
They
know
met
of him.
Royland last game.
Okay.
Royland made a meat puppet out of a rabbit. Called him Mr. Hoppy and talked to him about it. Okay, guys. So as we come out of the intro, we see that train again as it's heading off the choo-choo and then into the distance as it's heading on its way. And the camera zooms across the city and we're hitting rooftops. There's tons of smokestacks and chimneys. It's very Edwardian London looking city. As we head through alley across rooftops in densely packed cityscapes, as we go back and forth over, we hit more elegant places. We hit what look like palaces and estates. And we get closer to these mountains, and we're finally going up, and we're heading further up the mountain as we head into the Ivory Glade, and we see tall pillars and white pines as we move through that, and then it reaches up and the camera goes up into the mountain, and as we head up into the mountain, we see that there is a giant gate at the very top of the mountain, and it opens for us, and we zoom down this tunnel with this gate on it, and we enter into Amminheim beneath us. And as we enter into Amminheim, we pass by these sky yachts, like the one that Greta landed in last week. And we pass sky yacht after sky yacht of various different sizes, and we eventually come upon Kev flying through the air with Tippin in his pocket, and he's followed by Embrilar and Alva. As you guys, Embrilar is fire magicking his way across, and Alva is repulsing her way across. It's highly strenuous on you guys, so I'm going to have you guys immediately roll Arcanicas.
That is a 5.
A 5? Nice. How about you, Alva?
That's a -1.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so what's going to happen is you're going to be able to keep up with him, Embrilar. Like you put a bit of more speed behind that fire.
More oomph in my triumph.
Yes, indeed. No, I'm not going to take it. I want to, but I'm not going to.
The game is young. I have better ones later.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, all right. So you continue to put a little more oomph on it, and as you put some more oomph on it, I'm going to roll for Ken. Yeah, so you had a 5?
Yep.
You're able to catch up to him, but not get close enough to him. Like, he's staying ahead of you.
Yeah.
And you see that what he's doing is he's solidifying the air underneath him and, taking a step and then shooting himself across further. And so it looks like he's step, shoot. And so you're following him as closely as you can. And what are you doing, Tippin?
Is there anything in his pocket?
Roll me a luck.
Neutral.
There's some change. There's a note. You're like, what we cut to Tippin inside the pocket, and Tippin's looking at this little note, and it's like milk, eggs, bread. It's very weird.
You tried to pick his
Pull it up.
pocket on the fly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Don't take my coins.
So you do that. Alva, you're losing altitude.
spreading
It's a
my
tough
wings.
spell to maintain.
Yeah, and
So
I did not go to school for this
you
at
did
all.
not go to school for this. So how are you going to try to keep up with them?
Okay, so what I've been doing is sort of this repulsor thing where I'm just sending force blasts behind me to try and keep up. But telekinesis of a sense is also a part of
Oh, you want
this
to try
field
to
of magic.
telekinesis yourself?
Yeah, what I want to try and do is create a magnetism between the sleeve of my shirt and Embrilar's shoe, because
Roll
those
an
are the two
Arcanica.
closest points to one another. Okay, that is a 1.
A 1. I'm going to say that you do it, but it's not very strong. So you're not able to connect yourself to him, but you're able to like, it's like you have an invisible tether connected to your
Yeah, like
sleeve.
I'm trying to create a
And
connection so I can be
you
pulled
repulse
along.
yourself across and then take that. And as you repulse yourself across and attach yourself, you begin to swing. And so you're swinging down into chimneys.
Ah!
I know what I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm seeing what he's doing. He's like solidifying air and then propelling himself off of those.
Mm-hmm.
I want to foresee where he's going to step next, heat the air underneath his foot so that when he creates a next solidified air, it creates an explosion.
Cool.
Ooh.
Go for it.
I like that.
What would that be?
Roll an Arcanica.
You know what? Where did both? I lost both. Oh, there they are. I was like, I didn't make 2 horrible jokes already.
I mean, you did, but we
Yeah,
didn't.
I think you did.
We didn't take your coins.
That's a 0.
0. You're gonna try again? What's your trouble?
Not again. Tippin's in his pocket.
Not again.
Not again. I can't let him get away with Tippin.
Okay, so I can give you this back if you tell me how you complicate the situation. Oh, no, I know how it's gonna happen. So
No,
roll
no.
that. If it happens, it happens. Go for it.
That's a 3.
A 3. Okay, so I'm gonna say that happens. That you're able to, you heat the air as he's about to solidify it, and there's a pop, pop, poosh, and this explosion. And it knocks you, it's bigger than you expected, so it knocks you back and him as well, and it propels him forward. He lands on, he's heading towards a yacht, and you're heading towards another yacht that's on the other side. I want you to roll me a luck.
Good luck.
Cool. Quillathe, you have, you've stolen your father's yacht? Is that what
So Litato is actually kind of at like a meeting with all the other high houses this evening, and so I've taken it upon myself and it's an overnight trip.
Oh, okay.
It's an overnight trip. So he's gone for the weekend. My brothers are all kind of doing their own games and their own fun things. So I've taken the family yacht, and I've taken it down to Amminheim for a night of fun with my friends.
It is
Very
actually, it's 9-day actually. So yeah, 10-day. If 10-day and 11-day are weekend days, then yeah, it's like
It's
a Friday.
9 day. Okay, yeah, it's like a Friday night. We're down there. We're having a good time. I've invited everyone that I like and hate to enjoy the mix.
Very nice. Very
Yes.
nice. Roll me 2d6.
10.
There are 10 people on this yacht. You've invited
Okay.
10 people.
Only selective.
Yes.
Five that
It's
you
very
hate,
it's
five
a
that you
small
love.
gathering. But you know they also brought like their servants, and so there are 10 important people here.
Okay.
And we can decide who they are as we go about. But what is happening right now on your yacht? What does the yacht look like? Can you describe it to me? Do you feel up to that or?
Yeah, I imagine it's a crystal yacht.
Oh, so
It's completely see-through,
Yeah.
like most things.
yes,
in
like
Quillathe.
most things that they
Yeah.
are.
Quillathe
World.
life. And I think she's invited probably 5 of her best friends and 5 of her worst enemies. Her worst frenemies, if you will. And I believe at this point they're kind of like starting to maybe drink some salt wine. They're trying to eat things. Music is playing, Nayadi music, and you play Nayadi music with water. So it's all done with water. It's very like kind of like an ethereal, empty sort of sound, eerie but beautiful. And I think she's kind of trying to kind of stir the pot.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. She's trying to create some drama.
Very nice, very nice. Of the 10 who are there, I will tell you a couple that are, for sure.
Fantastic.
For sure, there's a man named Lucius Canis there. Roll me a contacts real quick.
Okay. Ooh, neutral.
Neutral? That's
Yeah.
fine. So with that neutral, you know about Lucius Canis. You know the Canis family is into weapons. They make weapons.
Okay.
He's an Afridi. But that's about all you know about him. There's Brella Fleet is there.
Okay.
She is, she is a daughter of House Fleet.
Okay.
She's not their youngest daughter, but you invited her because she's big and she's clumsy.
Hilarious.
She's hilarious. And the other person,
So mean.
the other person and her +1 that came, are, Elsbeth Selzy is
I was
here
gonna
for
say.
sure. Her brother Quillard is with her.
Great.
And the person that you invited that you never thought was going to show up but does show up is Millicent Gaynor. She showed up. You did not. There was a rumor that she had come home for the first time from the border in like 40 years. This is the first time she's been back to the Gaynor estate. And you thought, why not? So you invited her.
Okay.
And you thought for sure she wasn't going to show up, and she has. And she is a huge
boring.
stick in the mud.
Yeah, okay.
She came with one of her guard named Jinra.
Okay.
Jinra Finkel, I think is her name? No, Fingel, I'm sorry.
Fingel, okay.
Jinra Fingel, who is a Johnny as well.
Okay.
Millicent is, she's like a rose bush, is what she looks like. She looks a lot like her father, who is also a rose bush. She has like thorny rose stems for hair, and she has blooms and blossom petals that go along the edge of her forehead.
Okay.
And she's very tall and very stoic, and she's like in uniform. She's not like in a nice dress or anything like that. Do tell me, Quillathe, what are you wearing tonight?
Much like the yacht, I'm wearing a see-through crystal gown that's actually held together by my pixies. They actually have to attend my dress the entire evening to hold it up.
Excellent.
What
I
happens
want-
if they let go?
They would never.
Oh, okay, good.
They would never let go. But they're also, so in one hand they have to hold the dress, like the water, they have to kind of keep it moving. And the other hand they hold a crystal that shines off all of the lights in Amminheim. So no matter where I am on the yacht, I'm like a beacon of
light.
amazing light. And that was really the dress code. So I'm quite offended that Millicent would come in her daily garb.
In her regular uniform. That's all great. That's perfect. So we're gonna say you're out on the foredeck.
Yeah.
Right now, you're standing out there. You're talking. You're drinking salt wine with a couple of regular people who are there. Jayan Tanzi's here for sure.
Is he?
He is definitely here. He's probably speaking to you.
Who's John Tazi?
Jayan Tanzi. You found him necking somebody in the.
Yes.
were in
He
high
is
school.
a Johnny poet.
He's a Johnny poet.
John Tazi, I do. I went to school with him.
Did you?
I did.
And so you're there
well as
speaking to
Sandir.
them. And as you're sitting there,
Where is Sandir at this point?
Sandir,
Because he was invited.
he was
He's in his
invited,
house.
but he
Where
did
is-
not come. He sent a reply back to you by Pixie,
Okay.
saying that he could not come. He was sorry that he could not come. He had to go and fight a duel for the school at Borwald Academy, which is actually in Amminheim. Maybe it's another reason why you've decided to come to Amminheim.
Absolutely.
And
Are you infatuated with Sandir?
I think he would say he was infatuated with me.
I mean, Quillathe deserves the best.
Of course.
as you're sitting there, you hear a ah, and you Embrilar hit the deck. And Alva, I'm gonna say that you swing underneath the yacht and come up on the other side and land on top of the yacht as well.
Screaming exactly like Evie in The Mummy when she falls out of the sandstorm. Like,
Good
ah!
reference. Good reference.
Yeah,
reference.
just like that, and then just bam, onto the deck. Ah!
And so these two people have landed into your party. What do you do?
First I say, what are you wearing? That wasn't a literal question. What are you wearing? This is a party. At least she had the decency to wear a hat.
I'm sorry, we didn't mean to impose. We didn't mean to impose on your party, Lady Sareine.
Do I know you?
Embrilar Ardeo. We met very briefly a span ago at the Laguna Fruit incident.
I'm looking around the yacht at
I was the
everyone on
warden
it.
who
This
had
is
asked you and your
So
family
there's not a whole lot of
about-
people here on the foredeck. It was
Okay.
mostly just Jayan and her, and maybe there's another couple or so. The foredeck is mostly empty at this point.
Okay.
And Jayan was there, and he was like, Quillathe, I just wanted you to know that. And he was giving you overtures of affection.
So I'm like quite happy that you've shown up. He does this every time.
And Giant comes over and
I've
goes,
interrupted.
what is the meaning of this? So who are you? Who are you? Who are you?
Sorry, Embrilar.
Yeah, I was having a moment here with this.
Did not mean to interrupt. My sincerest apologies.
Embrilar?
Yes.
Ardeo?
Yes.
From. Yeah, I think you do. I think you do get that for calling him out. I'm gonna say, chat. If there's ever a time where you're like, I feel like so and so gets a chip for it, let me know, and I'll yay or nay it. But let us know. From Woodhall, Giant Tanzi.
Cheyenne Tanzi. Yes, I remember you, of course.
Yes.
How
yeah,
are you, my friend?
It's a pleasure. Yes,
It's a pleasure
I'm
to
good.
see you. I'm sorry for interrupting. Is this your yacht? Or
Oh.
whose party am I intruding upon?
It's my yacht and my party.
Lady Quillathe, apologies. It is a fantastic yacht. I love the.
I'm sorry,
Crystal.
you haven't even introduced me to the other person that's dropped upon my yacht.
And this is the first time I've noticed that she landed on the yacht as well. I'm like, Alva, thank dare. Are you okay?
Alva, I would like you to roll me a luck.
Yep.
So you didn't land in food. Okay, that's good.
I'm a little,
You're a little
bumped
bumped up,
and
but you're
bruised,
fine.
but I didn't land in anything
Alva,
gross.
are you okay?
I'm fine. He got away and Tippin is with him. Never mind. We'll deal with that later. My lady Quillathe,
I'm like, so sorry. And then, which way did he go? Did you see? Can I see which way he
No,
went?
I didn't see. She actually steps between you and Quillathe and sort of nudges you towards the edge of the boat.
Yeah.
Not like she's trying to push you off, but just to get in the way. My lady Quillathe, I'm so sorry for the intrusion. This is not quite warden business. Investigative work. Oh, my goodness, have I got a story for you if you're interested?
I am. I'm very
Fantastic.
interested. Shall I get the other guests?
In a moment, do we see where he went?
Yeah, can I see? Do I know where he went?
Both of you roll me notices. If you'd like to as well, Quillathe, you can.
No.
That's a -1.
Whoa, those went all over the place. Do I have a notice? I do. That's a +2.
A +2. Cool. So you get a
I get a -1.
-1, +2.
Yeah, for investigate.
A notice. It's a notice.
Oh, for a notice. Okay, that's slightly better. Yeah, it's still a 0.
Still a 0. Okay, so Quillathe, they're scanning the horizon, they're looking at all the boats, and you walk over and go, is it him? And
That one.
and you point out, and there is Giant. There's not Giant, but there's Kev. And
Can you remind me, what is Kev again?
Kev is a Johnny.
Okay.
Oh, my lady Quillathe, can you have the captain of this yacht follow that? Does he look like a Nayati right now?
No, he
looks like a
Johnny.
Follow that Johnny.
Is he still flying through the sky?
He is. So you see that he has commandeered a small boat. So the boat he landed on, he has commandeered it, and he's piloting it now.
I'll one-up that. Why don't we just use some water and get him over here from afar?
Oh, could you? That
I
would
could.
be wonderful.
That would
Thank
be
you.
cool.
I'd love to, yes.
Thank you. Yes.
It's just like a little skill I've picked up, and let me tell you, I've been itching for some drama this evening. It sounds like you're on an adventure.
We very much so
Indeed
are.
we
That
are.
right there is a very dangerous individual.
Let me tell you, Jion has been trying to talk to me all night. I am so bored. Massive snooze fest. I'm here for one reason and one reason alone, and that is to go find Sandir. So let us see if I can't help you and you can help me. Ooh. 2 plus 5.
Dear me. Is that with a +1 to your? Because
I have a +3 for Arcanica. Water
3
Arcanica.
plus the 1 because of your art.
Oh, I do Art of Water. +6.
So +6.
Oh, I have an idea. Because I have a feeling that she says, oh, I'm trying to find Sandir, and it's we know we came here with Sandir. I know where he's at.
Okay, back to the magic. Maybe.
No, it's perfect. So she's very wrapped up in what she's doing. So you're trying to but we came. And she's beginning to work what she's doing. As you were saying that, Giant's been talking to me. I'm very glad you came. Giant's I am right here.
Oh, bless.
I'm right here.
Oh, bless.
And he takes his drink. He goes back inside to the party, which you all can see. The party is inside, and it's through. It's a bit fuzzy, but it's through transparent walls. So he walks back inside, and you all are standing. The couple that was there, they turned around and gone back inside as well. What source of water are you using, Quillathe?
So I think that there's a waterfall on the front of the boat.
Oh, there's
like,
just water just cascades off of the boat?
Yeah, and I think I just kind of like grab that. Basically take a wall off, exposing all the dinner guests.
Oh, okay.
I remove a wall.
Yeah.
And
So the skyship itself is made of water. you're
yes,
saying.
yes, like
cares about what they
crystal.
want?
What? Exactly.
That's
Ice and
beautiful.
water, I imagine. Yeah.
That's beautiful. Is it of ice or is it
I think like the solid frame of the boat is made of like crystal ice, but then
Nice.
like the walls are made of cascading water.
Cascading
Because I
water.
think that we
Yeah,
established
because
that.
it's see-through, like you said.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's see-through.
exactly.
Okay, I'm gonna say that there's a Mechanica engine that keeps it all going.
Like kind of flowing.
Yeah, so it keeps it all flowing. So you don't have to spend all of your magic to work on this.
okay.
You have a couple of servants, like Nayati servants.
Do I have Bethesda still?
Yes, Bethesda is your personal
My attendant,
fairy
okay.
attendant. And she's not far. She's actually sitting close by with like a little tea cake, and she's like eating her tea cake. She's a fairy, brown hair, very forgettable. And
The sort of type you could waterboard.
yeah, the sort of time you could waterboard.
A decade in the
She's
future.
got a waterboard face.
Can we not? Can we not?
Okay,
Yeah, no,
we're not. But
Moving on.
I mean,
Going on.
maybe one day.
Allie
Whatever.
stands up for the fairy.
So she's sitting there eating. So yeah, there's an engine that keeps this whole thing cold and solid and cascades with water. There's a couple of half-gene servants that you have that go and make sure that they supplement it with their own magic to make sure that you're not taxed all night. So you completely remove a wall of it. Luckily, nobody falls out. And you remove a wall and you send water out to that sky ship. How I'm gonna roll to see what he does. See if he can catch it in time. You had a 6, you said? Nope. Oh, no, wait, yes. So it's not enough. So you feel resistance. So like you send this cascade, it's just this arm of water that shoots out across. It even like goes around another boat. Okay. It's basically like a water snake that's moving through the air towards her, towards the boat. And as it heads towards the boat, he turns and tries to air blast it, and it just splits and goes around the air. Like it splits into like 4 tendrils that go around and wrap itself around the. Do you get to him or the
yeah.
boat?
Him.
Him personally.
Yes.
All right.
I don't need the boat.
Perfect. Tippin, what are you doing?
Playing with the stuff in his pockets right now.
So
I put a
cut to-
coin around my neck.
We got to Tippin. He's got a coin ruff at this point, and he's got a bunch of like lint that he's made into puppets, and he's got like he's
yes,
also
thank you, Tippin. Yes,
he's
you're
also made
amazing.
the
thank you,
list
Owen. Thank you.
into a paper hat, and so he's wearing this paper hat, and he's
It's on top of my regular
oh yeah, it's on
hat.
top of your
yeah.
regular
You
hat.
have 2 hats.
I have 2 hats.
You're wearing 2
I'm
hats.
a very
Uh,
fancy pixie.
What is one other thing you found in this?
One other thing I found a piece of string.
Oh, okay.
This piece of string, I have taken a tiny shard of glass and made a monocle.
Oh.
So you
that's
have this
adorable.
paper hat and a monocle. Alva, what was the Gilbert and Sullivan of this world? Do you remember?
The Johnny of Askance,
The Johnny Viscans.
which is Warda's version of the Pirates of Penzance, and it's about a gang of fruit thieves that patrol the outer edges of the 10th Ward, and they're mostly Johnny, but they have this ward named Forsyth, who's a Sylvani, and he comes with his own like brownie maid, and
So-
the story unfolds. And
and then the
it's
story unfolds in
ridiculous
that. And you were
full of
doing a
fun.
scene from that, Tippin, as you're
Excellent.
as you're trying. I am the very model of a.
I am the very model of a modern Major Warden Chief.
Ah, excellent.
Why do I remember that? That was the most
Because
ridiculous
it's brilliant.
Bless you,
because it's
Alexis. Bless
brilliant.
you.
Yeah.
Alexis.
Oh yeah,
Anyway.
and the head of that group is a Johnny who is very violet and purple, so he's called the Violet King, because that rhymes with pirate.
And I think some of the lint was purple.
Oh, yes.
which is
Oh, yeah.
why-
So that's
why
why.
I'm doing
That's
this
why you're doing it.
particular one.
Perfect.
So you're doing all that, and as you're doing all that, these tendrils of water reach out and they grab this Johnny, and
Does the shirt get like wet?
oh, all of a sudden, like you feel like the shirt, like all of a sudden it gets very wet, and you get very wet, and everything is now very, very wet. What do you do?
I
want you to remember your wings are now wet.
My wings are. Oh no, my wings are now wet. That's not good. Tippin is going to. He doesn't want to like fall out of the pocket, so he's going to use his little his spoon handle spear and like stab it through the front of the pocket to make like a handlebar to hold on to.
Okay.
So like you're using a needle to like put through. So
Very,
he's
very
doing
cool.
that and like holding on really tight.
So you're holding on. So you grab this guy. What do you want to do with him?
I want to bring him to the boat.
Okay. So it's very simple for you because that's the whole roll that he made. It was not as good as yours. So you're able to pull him back, and you reach out and rip him from the side of the boat and pull him all the way back to your boat, and you land this Johnny sopping wet onto the deck of your ship. And as he lands, in the background, we see Quillathe standing over Kev as Kev is bleary-eyed and sopping wet. He like looks up, and we see in the background that boat that he was going continues to go. Doesn't hit any other boat. It like nearly misses one, and then it runs into the cavern wall and explodes in the background.
Fireworks!
The minute like Kev lands and the water's dissipated, I'm on him. Like I jump on him and I put my arm around his neck and I just start squeezing.
All right, he's like.
Do I have a way to, like, as a warden, I'm sure I brought some sort of way to restrain him. Do I know some sort of, like, restraining magic?
Oh, yeah. Let's say there's a weak spell so like the main thing you would do, like we've talked about manacles. You put manacles on them. And if they're magically locked and all that.
Yes.
A weak way of doing that when you don't have that is a restraining spell.
Yeah.
And you can roll a restraining spell on it.
Okay. What would that be, Arcanica?
That's an Arcanic.
Can I add a bonus to that because I'm a warden?
Yes, you can. You can roll your. If you want to add a bonus, if you want to add one of those, it is a +2.
I'm gonna save it for later. That's a 0.
0. Okay.
It's an average restraining spell for a warden.
Yeah.
Can I roll to attempt to knock him out?
Sure.
Using they deserved it to add a +2 to my.
Sure. Go for it. Ooh.
What was the actually relevant? What am I?
Remember, you have a ton of them, so you can use it.
Okay.
What are you using?
Okay.
to
Well,
use this?
that would balance it to a -1.
You can
If you
re-roll
can
on that,
re-roll
too.
as well.
Oh, okay. Oh, right. Yes, I give you that for re-rolling. Better.
Yeah.
Okay.
Much better.
So that's
Exact
a 3.
opposite.
They deserved it.
They
5.
deserved it. So you go to restrain him. He's got his arms out. You try to cast a spell to restrain him, and it basically just puts his hands together. And you can see him begin to do the counter spell for it, as Alva locks her legs around him, locks her arm bars him, and pulls him to the ground. There's a and eventually I'm going to say you rolled a, what was it? What was the total of it?
5.
A 5.
To just make him go limp.
Man.
Oh boy.
Yeah. He goes out.
She drops him.
And
And
so
his head bumps.
Wait! Tippin! And as I go through the
Oh,
pocket.
yeah, roll him over.
you roll
Crawl.
And I'm like going through the pockets, like which pocket did he
He's
go
gonna
into?
crawl out of the front pocket and just.
Tippin! And I pick him up because your wings are wet.
Yeah, I'm.
Oh, thank
I'm
the
a
dare.
little wet.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Oh, he was
Oh.
probably holding up his clothes too.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Lady Quillathe, you're the heroine.
I feel like you're the heroine.
Well, no, but I couldn't have choked him if you hadn't pulled him over.
I saw you just kind of muscle bound that man. That was quite impressive.
You
You were definitely not the heroine, though.
I was not.
It was
no.
between the two of us, I feel.
Yes, we were part of a
Yes.
team.
We
Yes.
were part of a team. You know who did nothing? Everybody else on this boat.
I look up and see everyone.
On behalf, I can't thank you enough. This is a major criminal.
Is it really?
Yes, you helped stop a terrorist organization.
Are there like silks hanging, like decorative silks hanging
there are
everywhere?
decorative silks
I'm just gonna take
everywhere.
these.
I'm hog tying him.
Okay.
You know what? And then you know what? I have an idea.
Go for it.
We need to take him back to the bodega at Sandir's place, so we can have more people to guard him and investigate him.
Where are we taking him? To whose place?
Sandir's place. Sandir, Mr. Chundali. We can take him to his place. We can have extra people watch over him. He's a very dangerous individual.
What did he do?
He's responsible for smuggling and terrorist acts and killing many people.
He's
He
your
impersonated a Nayati.
he's your weedy little school chum. Pulls up his head.
Yes, he is.
I start going through his pockets.
As you-
So, is there a towel anywhere? Or
Says the little
something?
pixie.
Not on this boat. We never dry off.
It would be seem
I
pointless. They are
I just
Nayatis.
like to fly.
Here, live
I
here.
want you
Use
to
use
sit out
my
and
use
try
my
to, like,
shirt.
flap your wings and begin to dry them out. I want you to roll me a
No,
luck.
that hurt last time.
I want you to roll me a luck.
Tippin,
Right? Yeah.
Tippin, you see that very large pink woman right over there? If you go over, walk, or have someone carry you and ask very nicely, I am sure she will help you dry your wings.
How can she dry my wings?
She's a Johnny.
Oh.
So as she points, you see through the door there is a very large Johnny woman. She's built like a steel door. Like she's maybe about 7 feet tall. She's broad-shouldered, thick-muscled.
Brick Fay.
And she's got pink and white hair, and she's got midday coloring about her. It's like white and gold and blues are the colors that she has. And she's in the most, what's the best way of saying it? The most ostentatious and silly dress you've ever seen. She's wearing this giant hoop skirt that it's apparent she does not know how to walk in. That she's basically like bumping into people. I'm so sorry. And she's bumping into people and walking through. And she's like trying to keep herself very small, but it's not working.
No.
Cool. Tippin's gonna run up to her.
You fly up and you fly up right to her face, and she steps back. And, can I help you?
Yeah. Can you help me dry my wings?
What?
Can you help me dry my wings?
She like looks
I need to
around.
be able to fly better.
She looks around, and you look around too, Tippin, and you see that there's a lot of people like behind it's not just the 10 people, it's servants, plus ones, stuff like that. 10 important people are here, but there's probably about 100 people on this yacht.
They're entourages.
Yeah, who have brought their entourages to be a part of this party. And she looks around, and you see that a lot of them are like looking at you guys and like talking behind their hands, behind their fans, and behind like they take their hats off and they're like gonna talk to each other. They're trying to talk to each other behind their hats. And they're trying very discreet. They're being discreetly ostentatious about it.
So I would like to use the art of nondescript listening to see if I can hear kind of what
Sure.
they're saying.
Roll me that.
It's a notice, right?
Roll a notice. Add a +1.
Still a 4.
Nice. You can hear them say, like, she's really gonna help that pixie. I would expect better from someone of House Fleet. Look at that dress she's wearing. It's amazing. It's so.
I'm supposed to be delivering
so
a
10
message
years
for
ago.
Quillathe Sareine, and she asked personally. She thought you were the only person for the job for it.
Oh, thank you. What does Mistress Quillathe need?
Oh, just for me to send a message. It's private, but she needs the fastest pixie. Unfortunately, the boat's wet, and I got wet.
Oh, of course. So you were able to fly up to her, but you weren't able to
But
like, keep. So you're like
really keep.
You're like on the ground at this point.
Is this too far away to hear, or?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
within a different room. You guys are all
Okay.
three are on the
Yeah,
the
it's
foredeck.
like in a different room, but there's like a giant wall that's open, so I can see, but I can't hear.
You're at the front of the boat. You're at the front of the boat where like the masthead is.
I also attempt to name drop loudly enough for others to hear.
Let's see if other people can hear you.
Here.
Oh yes, they all can hear you. With that +4 I rolled for them, even if they thought they could not hear, even if they are mostly deaf.
Can we hear?
Can we?
I'm going to say yes, you guys can, because he speaks very loudly
For a little pixie.
for a little pixie, and so she's like, sure, and she kindly comes down, puts her hand out,
I step
and then she does the sacred geometry around the top of you, and dries you off. She like spins it.
Yeah. Embrilar,
Squeeze
you
out
probably
some
hear that.
clothes.
Alva's like sort of looking over Kev, but she hears what's going on in there, and she's like, nice save, Tippin, I'll give you that.
Yeah.
She keeps looking.
And so you do that, and she's like, well, is that it? Is there anything else?
Yeah, that's it. Bye. He flies back.
Goodbye. She turns around and goes back to like moving her way
Lumbering.
lumbering through the crowd.
I guess I would fly back for a moment and be like, Quillathe says thank you, and go back.
She's like, no, thank you. Okay. You're gone. So you're outside.
What's on his person?
So you
Or
go through
what's
his
on Kev?
person. What are you looking for in specifically?
Any information?
Yeah, books, keys, presumably not the key to the city, but like useful items.
Roll me a luck.
I'm searching as well.
You're searching as well.
I don't.
Yep.
So both of you go through, and he's got. If you'd like to give me a fate point or a reputation, whatever you like to call it, if you want to tell me one thing on him that you find, you can use one for that.
Okay. Something to suggest. Because what I'm looking for is something to suggest another person that he works with. Because from the case from 10 years ago, there were two Fae who were doing emotional manipulation magic. And then Connor said, "Oh, this person's a Nayati, but he's not a Nayati, so I don't know if
So
Spider
you're
Willow
looking
is
for
actually who I'm
information
looking for."
specific to your case.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to throw, because you rolled that, I'm going to say you, and if you want to use that, you can find. The thing is, you go through him and you do not find any information that connects him to that. You go through everything. He's got a ring of keys, and he's got a spider willow tattoo.
He's got the tattoo as well.
So he's not.
But have you checked his whole body for tattoos? Because I've heard that people can make contracts via tattoo anywhere on their body. If you're looking for any information about his person, let's strip naked right here.
Yep.
So you go over, and Connor, not Connor, Kev is completely out. And so you guys strip him completely naked.
I'm kind of just like.
Alva does not care.
Also, side question: how many pixies are holding up your dress?
Several.
Several.
Yes.
I mean,
Can I
wait.
notice to count how many are
Yeah.
holding up this dress?
Sure. I mean, there's not even a notice. You can count them. There's 12 of them.
There's 12?
They're.
They're holding with one hand, sparkling.
They don't seem to
glittery
be
diamond.
enjoying themselves.
I mean, no.
Okay.
No.
but they are completely obedient because they know what she will do.
Also, I do
Right.
treat them well. Like after the work is done, like I hold sleepovers all the time with my pixies and make them tell me about their little lives.
Okay.
I treat them well. They get chocolates.
Tippin's still gonna try something, but
Oh goodness.
Allie, maybe this is a personal question for everyone, but because we've talked about how Johnny reproduce, do they have genitalia?
Johnny?
Yeah.
Uh,
I don't think they.
They have, so the
They're
way
all Ken
Johnny
doll down there.
Johnny tend to be more androgynous than other elemental fae by virtue of the fact that, as we've previously discussed, their reproduction process and life cycle is different than other fae. So they do tend to be on the androgynous side. I think Johnny are...
Do they have like genitalia that we as humans have not seen before?
I mean, I think it's more along the lines of like Brella has female features and like a feminine shape. So like if you look at it in like a D&D perspective, like a dragonborn, a dragonborn is a lizard woman, is a lizard person, but a female dragonborn would have feminine features without being strictly a female body from the way a human would perceive it. So Johnny are traditionally more androgynous than the other elemental fae. They have feminine and masculine qualities about them that they can either upplay or downplay, but they tend to be physically
that's
androgynous.
a gender role. I'm talking about physical genitalia.
We're about to strip him nude.
Right, so they don't have
I don't think they do.
they don't have genitalia. They have like body shapes that are different.
Cool. Cool. So you guys strip him, and he's masculine formed. He's thin and more boxy. But where there should be something, there is nothing. I mean, that's a good question. Quillathe, have you ever been with a Johnny before?
No, because I can only spawn once, and I'm saving it for the highest bidder.
That's true. But you can have sexual encounters whenever you want.
I've had romantic encounters with Johnnies,
Okay.
but no, I'm unaware. Partially, this is why I've been wanting
Yeah.
to.
Okay.
Like,
So you strip
of
him
fun,
completely,
yeah.
and you're like, oh, there's.
forget strip poker. Why not just strip criminals?
Like
So
humanoid creatures, fae, are creative, and we all like each other sometimes, even when we don't. So I imagine that like even without what we would consider normal, sexual relations are perfectly plausible.
Oh yes, perfectly plausible with him.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But you strip him, and you check over his body. I'm not going to say you don't need a notice because you're just going to go over him. He's got the spider willow tattoo plastered on his forearm, and it is a stylized tree that has gnarly, kind of angular roots that reach up his arm, and then the limbs of the tree are spider legs that reach up through towards his hand. You find that. But you find a secondary goblin contract. So the spider willow tattoo is that goblin contract, but you find another one. Let's say it is tattooed on his inner right thigh, and it's not a picture; it's words, but it's written in goblin.
can I roll an arcana, not an arcana,
academia?
an academia to see if I can read
I
some
think
goblin?
it's a stretch to say that you would know to read goblin. Like goblin keep their language to themselves.
I wonder if any of my guests know Goblin.
You hear a deep, sonorous, stoic voice go, "That is a stretch, Quillathe." And you turn around and you see Millicent Gaynor standing there with a slight Johnny female-looking woman standing next to her.
immediately
Actually, do we?
I immediately salute.
What's the salute?
Be careful.
Yeah, because I have my mic on my hand. I'm going to do a fist over the heart, and then a
Careful there.
Yeah, that was my original careful statement.
Fist over the heart. Continue.
fist over the heart, and then a finger and an L in the shape of my foot. No.
You would lose all your fate
A
points.
W sign. No. Just a fist in the heart and then a fist up for like the sky vomit.
Okay, so fist to
Yeah.
square.
Yeah.
So fist to square is what you do. And she gives you a slight one back to you. Warden?
Guardian Gaynor.
And yes.
On my boat, you can call her Millicent.
I have so.
Yes.
Should I roll an insight, or can I kind of gauge how
Roll an insight to gauge
how
out Quillathe here.
Quillathe feels about Millicent?
Fair.
Cool. That's a 2.
A 2.
How
How
open
do
are
you
you
feel about
I
her?
don't hide how I feel about Millicent, so whatever I'm giving off, I'm sure you're picking up.
Yeah. So tell us
Awesome.
how you feel about her.
I invited Millicent as a joke because I do not enjoy House
Awesome.
Gaynor. And this is because they've invited me as jokes in the past, and I did not expect Millicent to show up because I thought she was gone for training.
So, I'm a fly up to Quillathe. Hi, you don't know me, but
But apparently you know me because you were using my name earlier to get your wings dry.
I swam in your dress.
That's fine.
Not this one.
Okay.
Another one.
Okay.
And
Did you
you
enjoy
know,
the experience?
Actually, yes. I
you.
did. You have a wonderful form. And you know who doesn't have a wonderful form? Whoever just walked in right here.
Oh my goodness. I cannot.
But you're hiding your form right now.
Go on.
You're just hiding it under this dress right here.
Okay. So what do you propose? I
propose that you should show your superiority.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, that's gonna be a. It's not a deceive. It's a talk.
It's a talk. Okay.
You're a smooth criminal tonight.
I love it.
Read all those
real quick
pixies.
before you roll this, Clay,
Also, okay.
Clay, tell me how hard of a roll is this between
Not
1 and
hard.
8? So,
It's like a 1. Like
we'll
this
say
is,
it's a 1.
this is happening tonight. It's just a matter of when.
I am going to use this. I will do anything to protect a friend.
Okay,
Pixies are my friends, so that's a 2.
a 2.
Okay.
That's enough.
Can I counterpoint? I will do it, but can I counterpoint and say, you know, it would be extra fun if we both showed our true forms.
You know?
Can I persuade him?
Yeah, go for it.
Got a +4 for persuasion. +7.
Bellissima.
You know, I haven't tried that before.
You really should.
Throws off his hat.
Okay, so
Now
as
it's
you're,
a party.
as you're standing there, so this is a sequence of events that happens as this goes on. So
So we've stripped one person.
so
Everyone's gonna get naked.
you
this game, guys.
said, that is exactly what happens.
That is the end.
As so
It's a Friday night.
So it's a-
ninth night.
And we just.
so you've stripped Kev, and you've been persuaded. So the two of you begin to strip. As the two of you strip, there was another person that was. So Belizny is like, yeah, you totally deserve a point for that.
Yeah.
Good times.
So as Belizny begins to take off her clothes as well, and because you're doing it, and there's that couple that went away, they begin to take their clothes off as well, and someone looks out and goes, "Hey, we're all getting naked," and so people just begin to take off their clothes. That's what's happening here.
I am very much so not getting
Alva
naked.
is also not stripping, but she notices.
I
Belizny-
want you guys.
Emmy.
I'm
Yeah, no,
If
let-
you say no, you say no. You say no. But I want you guys, just for the funsies of it, to roll a counter talk
Can you
to
sneak me
it,
these back?
because she rolled a 7 in persuasion, in which everyone could hear. That's an incredible persuasion.
Yeah.
Good, you're good.
Yeah, that's 5 total.
That's 5. That's fine.
That's a. What is this in
Talk.
in talk? That's a 1.
That's a 1. So I'm gonna say, Alva, you take off 1 article of clothing. You take off 5. So tell me what you take off. You're not gonna get fully nude. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
say
no,
that. It's not gonna go that
I
far.
take off my coat, my shirt, my boots, and my pants.
Okay. So you okay.
Alva takes off her jacket, and like she takes something out of the pocket actually and transfers it into her skirt pocket, and then just sort of drops the jacket. Then she actually notices. I assume Emmy is like struggling to get his clothes off at this because he's got like a messed up clavicle.
Oh, that's right. You do have that messed up.
And she says,
clavicle.
Lady Quillathe, I believe Warden Ardeo has received some injury. Do you have anyone with medical training on board?
That would actually be quite
Roll, Quillathe,
appreciated.
roll me a luck.
Okay. Once I
Damn.
I do.
Oh goodness.
I have the top surgeon.
Absolutely.
So brownies have healing magic here.
There's a oh no, it's a goblin tattoo. Never mind.
no, that's something different entirely. We'll
Brownies
get back
have
to that.
healing magic, but I don't feel like you would invite a brownie to your
No.
party.
But
So
in- like a domestic?
You know what?
Yeah.
There's a brownie that's on like the lowest deck that we just keep down there for medical
Oh, he's just a part of the
purposes.
boat. Like.
He came with the boat.
Oh, okay. So you
He once
call.
called himself
For
the captain.
nautical injury.
He called
feel
himself
like-
the captain, but I took that name
I
away
didn't know
from
what
him.
that
I feel like while
That's why my
brownies
bad.
might not be like the most aesthetically pleasing to the elemental races, like some of them do look cute, so they do get hired
Oh,
by,
it's cute.
by
Oh,
the shallow.
oh my goodness.
I don't know what gender.
Captain Swizzle is very, very cute.
Oh, he's
I'm
Captain,
going to cry. That's
Captain Swizzle is. Chat, I want you to tell me the cutest animal you can possibly think of, and that is the animal
my
that Captain
God,
Swizzle
it's
is
a
based
chinchilla.
off of. But once I have that, Ali, let me know. And so Captain Swizzle is on this boat.
Someone call Captain Swizzle.
Quillathe says. What? What is it? I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is either.
It's a little, it's a round thing, and it goes.
Can he be Captain?
Captain?
Captain.
Yeah, Captain Swizzle.
Captain Swizzle.
Captain.
Oh my goodness.
yes.
Oh, it's so cute.
Yes.
Oh!
So,
That's
do you
adorable.
call for Captain Swizzle?
I call for Captain Swizzle.
All right. So, as you like are getting people are getting all their clothes off. What are you? What are you doing? Please, no, leave that up for me, please. Leave that up for me.
So jolly.
Who do you send? Who do you send, Quillathe?
Who do I send to go? Oh, Millicent Gaynor coming out of the bowels of the ship.
So, so you turn and you say that to Millicent. Millicent looks at you. She looks around. She looks inside as people are like, woo, woohoo, taking off clothes. And what is that?
Yeah, what is it?
I'm sorry, say that one more time.
I heard dick pic.
No, I'm sorry.
So-
You're showing pictures of dicks? Dicks?
Anyway, I
Yeah, oh, he's so cute.
It's a very cute hoofed mammal.
So
Moving
she
on.
looks over. She looks over at you, and she looks around, and she looks at Jinra and says, "Jinra, please go get Captain Swizzle." And Jinra looks at she gives everyone a glare, and she goes. She turns around and walks away. So you're naked now, and you're naked now, and mostly everybody else is naked now. And
I put my clothes and belongings in Embrilar's pocket.
Okay.
So I think I see Alva doing some mischievous action.
What are you doing, Alva?
Actually, the chat was interested in me going through people's pockets to rob them, and I was gung ho for that for a moment, but it's actually a feature of Alva's character that I already had in my head. She actually doesn't like to steal objects. She has a purpose in going through Kev's pockets and strip searching him. But she only steals when she has to, and not for fun. It's not something she likes. She sees it as a risk. It's not useful.
Cool.
Do people ever carry like secrets on their person, or information in that way? If not, that's cool. But I was thinking like that.
No, that's an interesting thought. Do you imagine it in a
secrets.
tattoo form, or?
I imagine it was like little tokens.
Oh.
That almost like a Horcrux that they've like poured their like dark secret into that they carry with them on their person, so it's not like weighing them down.
I dig that. What do you think, Allie?
And since Alva's
Yeah.
She deals in gossip and secrets.
No. I think that's a great idea. We'll call it
I think it's expensive.
It's very expensive. It is very expensive. It's high level memory magic, and it's it's
Maybe it's like a new fangled thing. Maybe it just
No. It's
hit the market.
it's a thing. It's a thing, but it's very rare, and it's little jars.
Question: would Owen have told me about that?
Yes, I'm gonna say you would know about that.
And you know what? I bet you can only get them in Amminheim.
Probably.
I'm just gonna roll a notice.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah,
Just
you
a
should
simple
actually roll a
notice.
notice too, because if
That's a 4.
Okay.
I am a pixie collector.
Sure. 6. You want
It's a 6. I just want to see what I see and what I want to collect.
Something
from everyone.
From everyone.
Okay, from everyone.
everyone.
So you're heading around looking.
Tippin, something relevant to you and possibly to you, Quillathe. When Alva's taking off her jacket, she takes something out of her pocket and puts it into her skirt pocket. It's one of those jars.
Okay.
Oh, I can just write it down.
Yeah. Are you looking on him for some sort of memory bank?
Yeah, if there's something like that.
We're calling it a whisper bank.
Ooh,
Whisper
love
bank.
it.
Let's go to whisper bank.
Yeah, whisper bank. Also, I take his keys, other pocket.
Cool. Because it's not like a Vox box. So like Vox boxes are you record something and that's
Yeah,
But
this is like a memory.
it's like a memory for this. And what they actually do, it's you have to like sleep next to it. You have to like put it under your pillow. And it's small. It's about an inch or 2 in length, and it looks like a little jar. And they sleep with it or they speak to it. And it's not just the words; it's also the feelings and the emotions behind it as well. And then when you open it, that all comes out not in words, but in pictures, thoughts, emotions. It's a whisper. It's for your secrets, and it's very, very rare, and it's very expensive, and it's not illegal, but it is frowned upon.
What was the name of the poet?
Jayan Tanzi, who
Jayan
has
Tanzi.
no clothes now, and oh no, he is wearing.
Underwhelmed.
He is wearing a hat, and he's waxing poetic. He's wearing a straw boater, and he's walking about. Did we ever just say what Jayan's coloration is? I can't remember. Chat, if I have, let me know. But he's walking about. He's waxing poetical about this wondrous party, and he's like, I will write a poem about this. The Night of Nude.
A sequel. Pixies in a pocket.
Okay, so you're all standing out there, and as you're standing there, what do you guys want to do? Is there anything in particular? Millicent is standing there. She's got her hands behind her back. She is.
Does anyone here speak Goblin or can translate Goblin?
Pinnacle Gaynor, do you think you can read this soul brand?
On the Johnny?
Yes.
Aye.
I can try.
Thank you.
And she goes over and she's very tall. She's like Brella's size, and she heads over and she reaches down and can pick this guy. She picks this. She picks Kev up by his wrist and holds him up. So she can, and then she reaches down and takes his leg and goes to read it. Let me roll real quick.
Also, do you want to hear what I have picked up?
Yes. Tell me what you picked up.
A whisper bank from Jayan Tanzi.
Okay.
Mustache wax. A small chain made of white steel.
Nice.
A glass key.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last one that I didn't write down, just a bent Lara
Oh, yeah.
that he thought was bent in a very nice shape.
Cool.
And he puts them all into Embrilar's pockets.
She goes over,
Okay,
she
that's the
begins
next
to
part.
read it, and she goes, this is in code. It's not just in Goblin, it's in Goblin code, which is very hard to break. I'm not sure if I could. I will ask, what is this man's crime?
Pinnacle Gaynor, we believe this man is responsible for the recent theft of a key to the wall.
She nods, and she says, well, I was hoping to get reconnaissance by being at this party. No offense, Quillathe. But it seems it's just dropped into my lap. I will take him into custody.
You get Pinnacle Gaynor.
I can't.
No, you should and will. Can I have 5 minutes with him?
I apologize. You're the one who knocked him out, correct?
Yes. I'd wake him up first. I need to speak to him. I just need to talk to him.
Let's see if she's amiable to it. I want you to roll me a talk. Try to persuade her.
Yup.
Ooh,
That's a
nice
5.
roll. A 5? All right. Let's see what she can do with this.
Mustache wear.
I'm using it to slick back my hair.
You roll the what again? 5?
5.
All right. No, she can't do it. She says, I'll give you 4 minutes. Do you
Okay.
understand?
Yes.
All right. Do you want it here or do you
Somewhere
want-
private, please.
Very well. Quillathe?
Yes, you can go to the lower deck of my yacht.
Thank you so much.
And tell that brownie to hurry up. This man needs assistance.
Absolutely, Lady Quillathe.
All right. So you guys,
I pull him away.
she basically she
Didn't
continues
forget
just to
about
drag. She like picks him up, slings him over her shoulder, and continues to walk. With that 7, you do see that. Okay, so as everyone is getting undressed, you did see that Millicent goes pop, and she pops like the top button.
I wish to converse with Millicent Gaynor.
Quillathe, you notice that Millicent is suddenly becoming very popular, and everyone
Yeah, I noticed.
wants to talk to her.
I think it's time for Millicent to go home.
Oh, okay. What do you want to do? What do you want to do?
I think I'm going to go talk to her and say, Millicent, look, I really appreciate that you've attended my fine festive party. But honestly, I don't think that you have any claim to this criminal. These other people brought him down. I think it's best if you leave. Please leave.
Excellent.
Leave.
So what's going to happen is you guys walk through the party, and the party is now a raucous Boost Fest naked party.
Yes, a lingerie party.
Without the lingerie.
Everyone is
Exactly.
So there are some people just in their underwear. All the Nayati are not in their underwear. Like, but
Why would they be?
why would they be?
Were they wearing
Are
underwear
they
in the first place?
being very naive?
Oh my goodness.
That did not
You
work
say
just
that, and Millicent looks over to you and goes, "I don't understand. What is there about being a Nayati that has anything to do
It's
with
a
this?"
play on the word naughty. They're being
Honestly,
very
I
naughty.
didn't get it either.
Yeah, no, don't.
No.
Don't look over here.
Everyone like sneaks off into the fair.
Just wait for the brownie.
You walk by, and I want you guys to roll me a notice real quick. See if you notice this. Everyone roll me a
No,
notice.
even me?
Yeah, even you.
That is a 1.
That is a 3.
That is a
3.
2.
3? Okay. So it's just the 2. It's just Tippin and Quillathe who notice it.
The nude. The ones that are nude.
As you guys are walking down, and people are like talking about the naked passed out man. They're like, "Who is that? Who passed out?"
I love his tattoos.
I like how he blends into the party now, as opposed to like
So as you guys are walking down, you notice it's one of your guests. His name's Lucius Canis.
Yeah.
Lucius Canis is an Afridi, and he's in his underwear at this point. But he's sitting there, and you notice that he watches while everyone else is talking and they're pointing, but they're having their own conversations. He is looking directly at Kev and watching Kev go.
And I don't recognize him as part of the Canis family.
I noticed this too.
You notice that he sees that. Roll me a contacts real quick, Embrilar. See if you know who this is. You know who it is.
That's a 4.
Yes, you know that it's one of the sons of the Canis family. It's
Okay.
not. Is Solomon here, Allie? At the party?
Roll something.
Jordan.
It's neutral. Nothing. No, he's not.
Sorry, Jordan.
Sorry, Jordan.
Sorry, Jordan.
But
Could have met.
so he's here, and when you see that he is, I don't think he's the eldest son of the Canis family, but he's in the Canis
what
family.
was his name again?
Lucius.
Lucius.
Canis. And he watches you guys go.
Okay.
So you get to one of the lower decks, a stateroom in the lower deck. It's a beautiful room.
Has the brownie come up to fix my arm yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
He's on his way. He's on his way. It's been like a minute or two.
where is Polka?
What's he doing?
And so you enter in the stateroom, and the stateroom is pretty much the entire bottom of the boat. And there's a large bed, and there's like a sitting area. Everything's in soft water and crystal and ice. And where there is ice, when it's cold, it's made to be. There's like a heated water pool in like it's it's beyond imagination that any of this is continuing. And this all flies as well. This all levitates and floats. The amount of magical mechanica and magical might that's being used to make this yacht float is astronomical.
It's embarrassing, really.
Obscene.
And she took this on a whim. And
Testament to the fantastical quality that is House Gaynor. House
Gaynor.
Sareine.
Gaynor.
Faux pas. Faux pas. Give me one of these.
He's delirious. He
No, no,
doesn't
no,
know
no.
what he's saying.
Clearly.
So you step in, and the moment the door closes, you say this speech to her that she has no right to this prisoner. And then I think it's time for you to go.
Yeah.
I want you to roll persuasion.
Okay. +4.
+4. I'm gonna have this be a.
Dorian.
Oh, no, parlez-vous français?
Baguettes.
4. You say this to her, and she looks over you, hand still behind her back, and she says, Quillathe, I've known you for a very long time. Is that not correct?
No, that is correct.
Good. I hope you understand then that my censure of you has nothing to do with our relationship or my respect for you or House Sareine. But you have no right to say that to me.
This is my boat.
This is my prisoner.
In what way? Make your argument. Why is it your prisoner? How do you know this person?
You say this man is the one who stole the key?
From our understanding, he is in direct contact with the Spider Willow gang.
This, and she points directly to the tattoo, to the Spider Willow tattoo. She's like, this is a Spider Willow tattoo. There's a man who stole a key to the border wall that had this tattoo. He obviously has some connection to it, and I would rather I not understand what he says and knows and not leave him in your elegant care.
I appreciate the compliments. Alva,
Yes, my Lady Sareine?
you're good at manhandling. What would you do in this situation?
I would, with all due respect, Lady Quillathe, we must defer to the wardens and the guardians out of respect for what they do to protect us. Pinnacle Gaynor may be on your boat, and she is giving you that respect in that regard. However, she has the resources to best take care of this individual at a later date. You had the resources to apprehend him. She has the resources to keep him apprehended.
If you would like me off your boat, Quillathe, I will go. It's not a matter of leaving your boat. I will be leaving with him, though.
I need to
We
That's
share.
fine, but the thing is I want to ensure that word gets out that I was participatory in the.
Yes.
I will happily do that. And if I said 4 minutes, and you will have your 4 minutes.
Thank you so much.
And before you leave, fine, I'm willing to agree to this. You can have your 4 minutes. But before you leave, I would like you to see Jayan Tenzi so that he can write something beautiful about what happened here tonight.
She rolls her eyes and goes, of course, Quillathe. She turns around and she opens the door. And as the door opens, there stands a tiny little brownie man by the name Captain Swizzle. And Captain Swizzle has tufts of has a big
like
brown
giant
nose
cheeks.
and a very happy little face, and it's hidden in this beard that tufts off the side of his big nose, and he's got he's got big ears off to the side, and he's got a little
Little big
captain's
ears.
hat.
And a little captain's
like
suit.
He's got a little captain's coat on. He's obviously been wakened. He's not like fully. He's like, I'm here. What can I do?
I'm sorry, Captain. I've understood that you are a healer. I am sore. Could you possibly please heal my injury?
Why, yes. Once I healed all the cats in the fourth ward. you
Enough
know?
chit chat.
Yeah,
Get
that's
to
it.
healing.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
One more thing, though, Millicent, before you leave.
And Millicent's at the door, and she's like, yes,
I do have one request.
of course.
If you do respect me so much and you're here out of showing that respect and enjoying the evening, I do request that you show 1 ounce of fun tonight and sing us one of the old karaoke songs of the Nayati before you leave. Lady's choice.
Jinra? And Jinra comes in and she's like, yes, ma'am? Will you please go to somebody who's flying this boat, send them where we're going to land, and I'm going to disembark, and during that time, I will sing a song. Jinra goes, she's flabbergasted. She looks at you and goes,
As well.
You're going to what, madam?
Pinnacle Gainer is going to sing.
I will sing a song. You will not breathe a word of it to anyone. You understand, Jinra? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And she like runs off to go do her thing. And she then goes, you have 4 minutes. And she shuts the door, the ice door behind her. And you see her walk down the hall because you can see her walk through it.
All right.
But she
sneak
does
him
go
off the boat.
up a level.
Let's sneak him off the boat.
Okay.
Let's sneak him off the boat. I'm so tired
Alva's
of people keeping
Alva's
secrets.
not listening to them.
I'm
She-
so tired of people keeping secrets, and she's gonna take
she
him away,
starts
and I'm not gonna
tying
find out anything.
Kev down to whatever, like a chair or a bed, whatever's here.
Okay. I mean, there's a chair.
one's made
So
of
you tie to a
water.
chair.
Okay. Warden Ardeo, can you please cast a restraining spell on him so he can't use magic?
Yes.
Oh, you can't do that. That's not something you can do.
I can't.
You can.
Oh.
There's no such way to send a restraining spell and make it so his magic does not work. You need a sauger for that.
Fine, then I'll make it harder for him to use magic. And she starts cracking his fingers.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Oh!
That's-
Alva, job! Fair.
I want you
And if that
to,
Does he
doesn't-
wake up at all?
I want
during
you to
that?
roll 2d6, see how many fingers you are able to completely break.
Ah, jeez.
So you break all but his thumbs. So all of his fingers but his 2 thumbs. And he wakes up screaming in pain from it. And Captain Spencer goes, somebody hurt? What's going on?
Not quite.
My arm,
Oh,
Captain
yeah,
Swizzle,
yeah,
please,
yes,
thank
yes,
you.
of course.
Okay.
And he continues to like do the healing magic over it.
Yeah.
He's basically rebuilding the bone like layer by layer.
Okay.
Can I like break off like a decorative icicle from the wall, break it in half, and like press it into his thumb so he can hold it against his hands?
I mean, he wakes up and he's like sitting there. You like put it into his
Yeah.
hand.
Here, that should numb you. You need to listen to me, Kevin Williford, and you need to listen to me right now because we have a very small amount of time. I need to know answers to my questions, and if you do not answer them the way I need them to be answered, I will tell Pinnacle Millicent Gaynor, who is on this boat, everything I know about your little operation, up to and including Royland Ponce and the key you had Connor stole.
All right, roll me a talk.
While this is
Oh,
happening,
actually, can I double on her talk as like a good cop, bad cop?
You can add a +2 to it. Tell me what you say.
Kev, please listen to her. We don't want to hurt you any more than we have to do. The sooner you talk, the sooner you give us what you can, the sooner this is over, and the sooner nobody else gets hurt.
Okay. And
Do either of you want to add anything to this?
We're doing something else.
yeah, we're doing
What are you
something else.
doing? What are you doing?
I want to get us all off the ship with Kev in hand. Without
Okay. I'm
Millicent
gonna say
following
that
us.
you guys are on your way to do that. Whatever
So,
you're planning to do.
I want to cause a distraction to make our 4 minutes longer. She has to sing this song, and I want it to either not start on time or take a while to finish.
Well, lucky for you, I have a +1 for the art of distraction, so I think I'm headed off with you. And you
Yes.
really brought the party here, so
Okay, so you two are on your way to go distract her to make sure that
you're like the coolest pixie I've ever
you have
met.
a longer 4 minutes here.
fantastic. Sorry, so that, okay, so that was 4, and I want to add 2 of my own with the Art of Secrets.
Okay. And
So that's a 6 without anything extra.
and roll me. Just roll a luck. Just roll a luck. See if it's positive or negative on it. I'm gonna say that re-roll it. It's.
Okay.
So it's negative. So I'm gonna say that you can't add that to +2. You say it, but he's too focused on the fact that his fingers are broken.
Yeah.
And that this very irate fairy lady is in his face.
Yeah.
So you rolled, what was it, a 6, you said?
Yes.
Yeah. It's very. He's like, what do you want to know? Just say it.
10 years ago, there was a fae capable of emotional manipulation magic and 20 human slaves in a warehouse. He was surprised by 2 Arcanica Guild agents named Vernon Angler and Ganton Heward Broom. One of them was killed by the other when he was overtaken and made a slave. Was that you? Do you know emotional manipulation magic? Did you do that?
No, that was not me.
Then who was it?
Okay. You like reached down and grabbed his hand, which is like, ah! All right. Look, it was not me. But you're gonna want to talk to the boss about it, okay?
Oh, so Spider Willow's not the boss.
I'm not Spider Willow.
Okay.
So then who is?
I don't know, okay? I was hired to be Spider Willow. I've never seen her face. I've never heard I've heard her. I mean, there's obviously manipulation with that voice, but I've never seen her.
Is she a Nayati? But I hear tell she's a Nayati, but maybe that's just
Look,
Connor.
I've never
Connor's
seen it.
probably just thinking it's you.
I've never seen that. I've worked with everyone when it comes to it. I'm the face of it.
Where do you talk to her? How do you converse with her?
There's a place in the slide, okay? There's a place in the slide that continues to be built over and over and over again.
A house with the symbol on it.
Yeah.
Good. This is going well. Who's Lipley Shrug?
Who?
Does the name Lipley Shrug mean anything to you
I mean,
at
I've
all?
heard it, but she's a goblin.
She's a goblin. Does she live in Amminheim?
I mean, yes. I've just heard the name. I just heard the name that she's a goblin. That's all I know about. I don't even know who she is or what she wants or how this even fits with that.
All right. Does it sound like he's lying at all?
Roll me an
is the
insight.
Me too.
okay? That's
That's a 3.
yeah. That's still a 2 even with the minus and Fairy Hatmaker with an eye for understanding.
Sure.
And I'm going to add
Plus
my
2
art
to
of
make
verbal
it-
confrontation because this is a verbal
This is a
confrontation.
verbal
That's
confrontation.
so that's a 4.
That's 4. So both of you, between the two of you, you can absolutely see from the fact that his fingers are broken, from the fact that he has nothing to lose, and he has everything. Well, he has everything to lose at this point. But you have completely cornered him. He looks at you. He does not seem to be lying at all.
Where is the key? The Scrapewood twins stole a key to the wall. Where is the key?
They
What
were
is the
supposed
key?
to bring it to me, and they died in the Ardeo estate.
Royland,
Yes, we killed them.
Mr. Royland Ponce, who, despite his insanity, I would credit as being intelligent, jumped to the conclusion that it would be on the train.
Okay, it might be, unless you found it on him.
We didn't find it on him.
What does it look like?
It's a stone tablet, it's round. It's
How
got-
big?
I mean, about the size of a dinner plate. On my hands.
Yeah, that's 'cause
What does
you
he
did
want
too
with
much
it? What does
magic
this
earlier.
Mr. Ponce want with it?
To get out of the city. What was important? What was Mr. Ponce going to do for you if you gave him that key?
Look. He wants a riot, okay? I want one. That's what I need. I need to happen. That's what the boss wants. She wants a riot to happen, and in the confusion, we can consolidate. That's the whole plan. The idea was to give Royland the key, and once he had the key, he would do the riot.
But he didn't know you were going to consolidate, did you? Because he doesn't work with Fae. Not like that.
No.
He wouldn't stomach you taking over. You'd have to take him out eventually.
Yeah, eventually. That's always been the plan, but why is she smiling? Why is she smiling? It's a very creepy smile.
Because now I can tell him that you told me that it was always the plan, if I ever cross paths with him, which I hope I don't.
Wait, no. Oh, look. There has to be some sort of deal we can come to.
How do we
were
get in
friends.
contact?
We were friends, weren't we, Emmy?
Is it Spider Willow who was there in the warehouse? You know that for a fact? She's talked about it? Or someone else? Anyone else? Who did it? Tell me!
I don't know who it is. Look, so there's me. I'm Spider. He tries to do air quotes. Oh God. I'm Spider Willow. There is a Nayati, but I don't know what they look like, but they're very close to the boss. Okay.
How do we get in contact with the slide? Is there any traps? Is there any secret passwords?
Look, only pixies can get in there.
At this moment, can the song start playing? Wouldn't a free loves a Johnny?
Oh,
And
yeah.
you start hearing Millicent. Yeah. Permeating through.
There's firestorms like you never known before.
Exactly.
Perfect.
The wind
Right in that
howls
moment.
and a fire
How good of a singer is Pinnacle Game?
Terrible.
Let's
Right?
find out.
Terrible.
Let's
She's gonna be
find
amazing,
out.
isn't she?
So good.
Have you hate her even more?
Yeah, of course. So it's surprising. I
passable.
expected it to be terrible.
She's not terrible. She's decent. She's
Yeah.
not good though.
She doesn't mind blowing.
As you guys are
No.
learning, what are you guys doing? What are you?
I know how to distract her.
Okay.
She's a cop, right?
Yeah.
What if
Something.
there's a murder?
So we should murder someone on the boat. Is
Maybe,
what you're
maybe,
saying. You're
maybe not
telling
that.
me.
No,
There's
I think
like
we
I
should
have a
make her
top five.
make her think it's a murder.
Okay.
Then she's looking for someone that doesn't exist.
What if during the second stanza of her song, that's when the murder occurs?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I need you to, well, scream
Okay. Okay.
when you see, and I'm gonna pull out the brain chunk from my pocket, and I'm gonna be like, this
So
is
he
a chunk
pulls
of
out. He pulls out a chunk of brain.
You're taking it from my pocket because you're naked.
Oh.
Why do you
I'd probably
have
go
that?
and grab
Where
it
did
from
you even
you.
get that? Don't care. All right.
No,
Into it.
You left the room carrying it.
Yeah, I'd carry it
Okay.
because this is totally Tippin's plan.
I love it. I love it.
You found someone's chunk of brain.
Okay.
There's a dead person on your ship, and you need to employ the highest authority
Yes.
to
I'm not
giving you
find
mine.
it.
So can I roll a persuasion plus my art of distraction as I scream and run and ruining Millicent's song?
Roll a persuasion.
And I'm just
Add
gonna
your
hand
art
it
of
to you.
distraction to it, so it's a +1.
Okay. Okay. No, that's okay because persuasion I have a +4, so it's +2, +1 art of distraction, +3.
So it's a +3. So you scream. So you guys are downstairs as and Captain Swizzle.
You know what? Let's make it count. Let's do a +5.
Okay. Let's make it count. So
Has Captain Swizzle fixed my arm yet?
Captain Swizzle is like,
Captain Swizzle.
I finished here.
Oh.
Can I help the Johnny Man as well?
Oh, please no.
Are you sure?
No, I think you should fix his fingers.
And he goes, are you sure? And he looks at you with these big brown eyes.
I'm gonna roll to resist.
Roll to resist. He's gonna roll.
like Puss in Boots.
He's gonna roll cute.
He's gonna roll cute. I'm gonna roll to
Roll like
resist.
cute.
That is a -1.
He's so cute.
It's a 7. He rolled. He made a 7.
Oh,
with
just
his-
look at him.
Yeah.
He's like, are you sure? And he like
Oh, but we've already got as much information out of him as we can. Let the captain heal his own.
he like slicks his hair a little bit and like.
Captain Swizzle, if you would be so kind as to fix him, but without excessive use of painkillers, he is a criminal. We need him to remain fairly incapacitated.
That's fine. And he like
Thank
he
you
like goes
so
over. He's
much.
like, put your hands out. He's like, okay, I'll put my hands out. And he begins to like regrow the bone basically.
God, you are such a whiner. Grow up.
You grow up.
It's funny because he's growing bones right now.
Yeah.
So anything else you guys want to ask him as they're gonna do this?
Yeah, if we've milked him for everything he knows about Spider Willow and the mysterious, horrible slave-creating Nayade who was friends with him, then yes, that's. And yeah, were you asking something about traps at the? Oh,
Yeah.
only pixies can get in. He said.
Yeah.
Cool. So anything else you're asking about the traps, or what are you
Yeah,
asking
well,
about?
we've learned that only
Yeah,
pixies
only
can
pixies.
get in.
Yeah, you learned anything? Okay. Is there anything else you want to learn from him, basically? Because your minutes are. I mean, you guys are going to extend the minutes, but.
Who exactly did you send to the Ardeo estate, and to do what precisely?
Whoa. You sent someone to the Ardeo estate.
Yeah, to go find Connor. And
How did you know Connor was there?
Because she said he was.
That's how I got down there in the first place. I told them the truth.
So you endangered my house?
Your house is never in danger. You're the high house of the Afridi.
And yet still people somehow found a way onto my estate. They could still take my sister hostage. They could kill my brother.
You're not, none of you are helpless. None of you, None of you deserve extra dispensation to stay safe when everyone else is in constant danger.
Just because we are still a high house does not mean we are immune to danger.
Good, good. Have a little reality for once. You get the most of it, they get none of it. Your brother hides.
So let me ask you this. Is it reality for you to endanger my house on purpose? Would you think it fair for me to endanger you on purpose? I thought we were friends. Would you endanger my house on purpose? Yes, I am not immune. I am not unaware that my house is privy to privilege. I understand that. But you're speaking to a half gene. Do you think that I'm not immune to that? Do you think that I'm unaware of that? So you're going to come to me and say that I don't understand danger? I don't understand privilege?
Your family doesn't. I'm not trying to endanger them. It was what I had to work with at the time.
And you thought just now to tell me.
We were a
Have
little
you
bit...
sent a pixie, at least to my family, to tell them that they might be in danger?
There's a scream that happens.
What is that?
And so as that scream happens, let's see what. So everyone goes quiet. They're like, "What's going on? What's going on? What's happening?" And what do you guys want to do about that scream?
Do I notice whose scream it is? Can I detect that it's
I'm gonna say that you don't. I mean, you haven't known her long enough to know that.
No,
it's,
okay.
it's obviously a female scream, and it's
Yeah.
high pitched, and it's
Full of petulance.
full of petulance.
can I detect where it's at?
It's up above you guys. It's
One
prob-
floor, I think.
Oh.
That's like the deck, right?
Yeah. Are you on the top deck?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So you're on the top deck. Immediately, people become rushing out to the top deck to find out what's going on. Yeah, it was brilliant, guys. By the way, I mean,
I was like,
I was sitting there going, like, oh my god, yeah. This
I
is
was
so
like,
fun.
it is your fault in the middle of your two parents.
Mommy, Daddy, no.
People start rushing out to like figure out what's going on. And they come out. There's a couple of different, like you see Brella come out. Brella's not wearing any clothes now. She comes out. She's like, "What's going on? Are you all right?"
Brella, put on some clothes. That is incredibly inappropriate. There's a dead person here, and I'm holding the brain.
And like she like turns. She like you have this like little chunk of brain.
I do.
And
Someone's
she like
been
looks at you.
murdered.
She like looks at you and she looks at everyone else, and everyone else is like, "Yeah, it's completely inappropriate." Yeah, and they like need to like put their clothes back on.
I do want to follow Embrilar out of the stateroom. Like I untie Kev enough that he can walk, and I like frog march him
Sweet.
out.
Will you roll me a persuasion?
Yes.
Tippin's also gonna go look for these two.
-1, but +4, so +3. And is this for persuading the people that?
Yeah, it's for persuading.
We'll go with the +5.
Okay.
Can you hear me? Did you say yeah, it's for persuading?
So it's +5 to like persuade that this is actually what's going on,
Yeah.
that this is actually a murder. They're all like, "Oh my goodness, there's a murder," but it's also to be like, get your clothes on. This isn't serious. And everyone's like, "Oh my gosh, yeah." Like put their clothes back on very quickly. Like, is that my shirt?
I don't care whose shirt it is, just put it on.
There's like Jayan's wearing like he's like the boater is gone now, and he's like wearing a woman's dress.
Yes,
and,
everyone's wearing everyone's.
And it fits him very well.
It fits him very well. It fits him very, very well. Everyone else is wearing everyone else's clothes, and people that were in compromising situations are now like,
Anarchy.
well, yeah, sorry. Apparently we're putting our clothes on now. And Brella is left naked in the middle of everyone going, I gotta move to the country.
Yeah, no. Well, as she's moving away, like I actually step up to her with Kev.
And she's like, yes,
My Lady Fleet, could you please hold this person?
1 second. Alva?
Yes, My Lady Brella. Lovely to see you again.
She goes, Alva, it's been such a long time. What? How have you been?
Better. I've been better, and I am.
She's like, I'm sorry.
I'm almost sorry for this,
oh.
but you should hold him.
And she just holds this. She like takes this naked Johnny. She's like.
Where
what
am
do you
I
want me
nearby?
to-
Because
Do I see
She
this?
just like puts him over her shoulder.
And
just-
Alva just like walks away from her.
Do I see this?
Oh yeah, you see this is happening.
Perfect.
Because we heard the scream, I left. My plan was I'm not leaving Kev alone because as far as I know, could be a distraction. So I want to keep
No,
an
so
eye
you
on
want to
him.
stay? You stay.
I'm staying. Yes.
I'm gonna
staying
fly
next to Kev.
up to Embrilar and be like, Hey,
Hey,
I've got this.
what?
I've got this. Just don't
Got
ask questions.
what?
And Tippin's gonna fly over to what's her name?
Brella.
Brella.
Brella. Gonna fly over to Brella. Lady Quillathe says that you should bring our guest here down below.
But didn't you guys just come up from below?
Tippin, what are you doing?
I'm
And she goes, "Oh, okay. If Lady Quillathe said that, I'll."
Down below. Here, I'll-
disregard
she's
that.
like, "Can I-"
Lady Quillathe is not in charge.
Well,
Lady Quillathe is.
I'm
in charge.
sorry.
No,
I'm sorry.
Oh, so Quillathe, you are right there, and you did hear that.
I'm
I
sorry.
said go along with it.
Yeah, go along with it. God, is this your friend? Yeah. Okay.
Well,
Get him below. We actually have some extra kind of like water ships stored below deck.
Can I?
Some like escape
Can I
ships.
put my clothes on?
Yes, but once you take him down.
here, I'll hold Kev while you put some clothes on. And I
She,
take
like,
him, and
has it-
I'm holding him. And I'm like, Kev, you can put some clothes on. And I definitely put clothes on.
And
as
Kev's
well.
like, "My hands, okay. I'll put some clothes on."
Fine now, they just hurt.
He's like, "They're stiff," and he's like,
Stretch them.
goes over and he like, everyone's putting on clothes. That's what's happening.
Yeah.
While this is happening, let's get out of here.
There is a large distraction. She has made a very large.
Yeah.
People are
Let's
everywhere.
get out.
People are passing clothes back and forth.
With Kev.
I mean, do you really want to leave this person with Millicent?
Yes, I've gotten all I need from him.
but we
And he-
haven't.
They need more stuff, I think.
I want
and I'm
more.
just here for the fun.
We
Look,
should probably give him to Millicent Gaynor. Like, I'm sorry. he is
Fine,
in
let's
charge
grab
of
Millicent
stealing.
and bring her with us then.
No.
That is a very good idea.
No, that is a
But I
terrible
feel like
idea.
she's
No,
keeping secrets
no.
from us, and I don't like secrets.
She is a guardian.
This
She's
is a whole
pinnacle. Of
like
course she
Dove
has
situation
secrets.
again. I don't want to deal with Dove again.
Trust
Do
me, I
not-
don't want to deal with Dove again either. But we are going to a deadly situation. We're going into the slide with someone who's apparently not even the actual spider wheel. We could use the help of Pinnacle Gaynor.
No, we could
Well,
not.
we'll
we could
send a
most
pixie.
assuredly not. No.
As you guys are saying this as you're as you're
We're
like,
carrying
as
her
you're
down,
frog
just, like,
marching,
going down.
marching.
Is Brella still with us?
Brella has gone and gotten her clothes on, so
Okay.
she's now in the melee of everyone like putting clothes on
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
I love this ship, Lady Quillathe. It's beautiful. It matches you. It's gorgeous. But I have no other purpose to be here other than to embarrass a certain Johnny. So really, we should just leave Kev Williford to Pinnacle Gaynor. She can take him from here, and we will continue with our business
But I
privately.
want to go on your business. This sounds super fun. And you said something about Sandir.
Oh yes, we can take you to his family's flat.
We can. We can absolutely take you to Sandir's house.
That being, I think, the best destination for you. It's where you would find the most fulfillment in Amminheim.
What's in
And-
it for Tippin though? Because I feel like
Yeah, what
he
is
brought the party,
in it
and
for
I'm
me?
just wondering.
Oh my
I
goodness.
will buy you something you have never eaten before.
Was that a euphemism?
It's actually quite literal. Tippin wants to eat.
Okay.
We should actually take you to Sandir's house as soon as possible. He's been asking about you.
Has he really?
He has.
Do we need
He's so
anything else
obsessed
from
with
Kev? Anything, literally anything that we can think of that we can use Kev for. Because I'm so tired of giving up our secrets to the authorities. Sorry, Emmy. I'm so tired of it.
Okay.
We get things, we give it back. I don't like it.
That's the way the world works.
No, it's not all the time. It's
Yeah,
not
guys,
the way
I
the
feel-
bad people
Where
work.
can he do more damage from? Who is he more likely to get away from? Us or the Pinnacle Gaynor?
I don't know.
I feel like this has happened to us time and time again, you guys, and I feel like we just need to take a different route this time.
Thank you, Quillathe.
Yeah.
Thank
I'm
you.
gonna
See?
give you something.
Quillathe is on
There
my
you go.
side.
Emberlar,
That's
Emberlar,
Thank you.
I am going to fix this.
I'm going to invoke
One-
my trouble.
Well, what is it?
Not again.
Okay.
I'm going to yell out Pinnacle Gaynor.
Why is
Perfect.
everyone so obsessed with her?
So you yell out,
Yeah.
Pinnacle
let-
Gaynor?
Let him yell out.
and
I would like to interject and speak first.
Sure. I mean, she like turns. She turns over the sea of people trying to get their clothes on, and she like marches through them, as she sees that you guys have Kev.
Pinnacle
We were
Gaynor,
taking him to the
we
safe
have it on
place.
good authority from this Johnny that he has sent dangerous individuals to the Ardeo estate. The Ardeo estate may very well be under attack this very moment.
Ginra, And Jinra, and the Johnny jumps up. Yes, madam. Is there do we have any way of sending a message? There are a few pixies, madam, but I don't think they can get there in time. She's like, can you teleport then? I can, madam, but I need to get to a teleport station. She goes, fine, go. And Jinra jumps off the boat. She literally like leaps off. And you see her drop a bit and then fly a bit, but then drop more. She, I'm gonna roll her thing, which is falling with style.
Yeah.
Man, that's not good for her.
Uh-oh.
You have plenty of fake
Send
points.
another.
We're gonna have to
Yeah.
add another one of that for a reroll. That's better. She is fine with that. All right. So she basically falls and then lands and then falls and lands. She falls with style through the
Yeah.
whole thing. As she sends off there, she goes, "All right, Ginra will take care of that. I would like to take him."
I hand over custody to him.
Yes.
To her, of him to her, and I say, Clinical Gainer, we believe that you are more capable in keeping him safe and from harm. However, it is important for you to know that apparently he is not the leader of the Spider Willow gang. We have just received information that he is probably the leader of Spider Willow is
Using him
possibly
as
a
a face.
female, using him as an interjection, and is at the slide. We are going to be heading there as soon as possible to investigate. If you could send backup, that would be greatly appreciated. If not, we understand.
Excellent, Warden.
This is very important. This involves the wall. They may have a key to the wall. From what we understand, there's humans involved as well, which is absurd. Of
We are
course.
very concerned.
We are.
As you look over at her, she's
We
there.
have dealt,
very,
with a one Royland Ponce. It's someone.
her head tilts slightly at the gangster.
You know of him.
I've heard of him, yes.
He's apparently been dealing with this one right here, and they have apparently been seeking to deal with something involving a riot and involving stealing the key to the wall. We don't know where it might be. The last lead we have was the Violet Lotus line. We're going to be heading toward the slide to investigate further.
The moment you talk about the riots in Royland, and you guys, where are you guys on the boat right now?
But I think we're still in the bottom area.
Still in the bottom area?
Yeah, we were
Or
marching
in the middle
toward-
deck.
back
The middle
towards-
deck,
Yeah.
starboard.
Okay, starboard middle deck. As you're in the starboard middle deck, you're in a hallway, we'll say. Like you guys are basically, because you guys were headed to the lifeboats, basically, weren't you?
Yeah.
So you're headed to where that bank of lifeboats are on here. And the moment you hear, you say that, there is a from outside, and you see a red flare go over the entire, it basically shoots out over the entire city. And you hear another from far away, like an answer to it. And the flare came from this boat, for sure.
Where did it come from on the boat?
Roll me a notice, see if you can pinpoint it.
That's a 2.
That's a 2, you can tell it's from the front of the boat, on the top deck.
Does Millicent have Kev?
Millicent you handed him over, and he's like, and the moment he hands her over, she restrains him. She basically touches him, and you see vines grow out of her arm and like snake down around him until he's like, and they go down his arms and like handcuff him basically. And she tries to move, and they grow thorns when he tries to move, and then they retract. She goes, "I wouldn't move if I were you." "What was that?" And he goes, I don't know. And she elbows him and puts him down. And she goes, "What was it?" And he goes, Look, I don't know. Okay, I'm sure it was something to do with something, but they don't tell me everything. I'm just the face. And she goes, "Something's up. Something's wrong. We need to land this tub right now."
Can I go up to the front? I want to go up to the. Because how far away am I from the front deck?
You need to go up a deck. You can head down this hallway and go up to the top.
I want to go up to the front deck and I want to see what's going on.
You rush up to the top deck. Anything else you guys are doing right now? Real quick, as this thing has happened.
I think she's like, my daddy's ship. And then like has to run it. I think
Alva's
she
just been,
runs too.
as
Cool.
Embrilar was explaining all this, she's just been staring at him with a look of utter hatred, and she follows you.
Tippin is so mad right now, so he's making a rash decision. I am. During that conversation, I was putting on my clothes, putting all that back on. I am sticking
I grab my jacket
the
off the floor.
whisper bank from Giantanzi into her hands. Because
You see, it's a whisper bank. You don't know what's wrong, but it's a whisper bank.
It's pretty. Oh my god. Thank you.
and then he's gonna fly over. He is going to.
Do you have clothes on now, sorry?
I guess probably I like created like a very simple but perfect water dress.
Nice.
Simple yet perfect.
Yet perfect.
But everything you do is perfect.
I'm gonna grab the majority of my stuff that I know I can carry on me, as well as a few handfuls of the mustache wax, and I'm gonna just place it into my hat along with the glowing stone. Because Tippin's so mad at you right now. He's not gonna tell you anything he's gonna try and do.
That's fair.
And I am going to. So I'm going to grab everything I know I can carry on me without really impeding me. So I can't take the entire case of things. And I'll leave the glass key and the bent Lara. Take the mustache wax. I'll keep this chain with me.
Okay.
Cool.
You have the stuff with you.
Then I want to fly towards the slide.
To the slide. So you just take off.
I take off.
So Tippin takes off completely. As you and you're gone. And as you fly away, you fly out to the top deck where Embrilar has just gone up there. Do you go with Embrilar?
Yeah, I'm going with Embrilar.
All of you get up to the front top deck, and there's Lucius Canis, standing with his Captain Morgan leg up on the side of the railing, and you see he's got a strike, and he's obviously fired off that flare.
Yeah.
And he turns around and looks at you guys, holds up something, and goes, and jumps. And as he jumps, nothing happens. But you do hear him fire his way down. And as that happens, nothing happens for a second, and then there's a tremor of some kind, and the ice cracks. The boat begins to crack in different places.
My dad is going to kill me.
And people are beginning to scream, and the ice also begins to melt. So that's what's happening, and we're going to take a 5-minute break and come back to that.
Well, I need to pee.
All right, folks, we're on a quick little break here. I have put up the playmat for everyone's viewing pleasure. I'm still in the chat answering questions as we go, and we'll be back in a couple of minutes.
Okay, everybody, you ready to jump back in?
Yes.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so you guys are on this boat that is beginning to melt and crack. People are beginning to scream and scatter, running for the lifeboats, basically, as chaos reigns. What do you guys want to do?
Ushering people to the lifeboat.
Okay, there are enough lifeboats for people.
Oh, nice.
Unlike the Titanic.
Unlike the Titanic, there are enough lifeboats.
Would you say there's a Titanic amount of lifeboats?
Like, I will take one of those from you.
Fired.
No, these are mine.
So
Aren't
you rush people to the lifeboats. It's taking time to get people together, so that's what you're doing.
Yes.
What are you doing, Alva, while this is happening?
I'm looking out over the city. I want to see if there's anything else that's going on
All right.
besides this boat breaking and the occasional firework.
Roll me a notice. What are you doing, Tippin? Oh, you're flying.
I'm flying to find Spider Willow for myself.
Okay, you're heading off that. What are you doing, Quillathe?
I'm using my water arcanica to stop the ice melting and the ship from collapsing.
All right, roll me.
Daddy
an
gonna be
Arcanica.
angry. Oh!
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
So
do a
that's plus
reroll?
1. I am gonna do a reroll.
Okay.
Come on, hand me nose. Merci. Any better? What have you
No,
want to
that's
do? Nope.
exactly the
Exactly.
same.
So plus 1.
Plus 1.
Became some sort of
You
control.
try
I
really
could, I
hard.
could. Actually,
you stand at the bow of the
we're there,
boat and you
we're there.
use your water magic to. You actually solidify the entire boat.
Okay.
You can feel it pulling itself together, but you feel that there are parts of the boat that are melting and you can't stop it from melting.
Okay.
And as you like coalesce it, there's another, and it cracks more. And you feel that those pulses as you're holding onto the boat, those pulses are every minute or so, and they're coming from someplace on the boat.
Okay.
Actually, roll me a notice.
Okay.
Roll me a notice. Add a plus 1 because it's a water magic thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you
so
go.
that's plus 6.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so you can't hold it together. It's impossible to do. But as you're doing it, you now are able to pinpoint exactly where in this boat it's melting and where that pulse is coming from.
And that is?
So there are, you're feeling it, there are there are 6 places, 3 on either side, on the bottom of the boat. And then there is something in the center, like in the ballroom place where you were all at. That's where those are coming from.
Okay.
Are they invisible? Because this boat is for the most part see-through, so like they were like
Yeah,
stealthily
can I
hidden.
see it?
Do
Can I go to it?
Yeah, so you head into as people are running back and forth, you move your way through the crowd and you come to the ballroom and you see that there's a pile of clothes and you pull the clothes off and there's a mechanica drilled into the floor. And it's every minute or so it gives another pulse and the entire ballroom cracks a bit more.
Okay.
And that's what you find. So there are boats that are
Nothing
like
good here.
heading off.
How many people have I been able to send off?
Roll me an athletics.
That is a 3.
I'm gonna give a +2 to you, so a 5 because Millicent is helping you.
Yeah.
She is directing people where to go. She as in the matter of minutes, she's split it up to there are people that are in charge. She puts those people in charge of this minute of 5 people. These 5 people are go to this boat and this boat and this boat. She's directing everything, and you're helping with it as well. So 5. I'm gonna say that you've got about half the people in.
Okay.
And you're setting out boats when they're full. She's at the front directing everything
Cool.
in the most efficient manner you have ever seen.
As expected. She is the pinnacle.
She is the pinnacle of the Guardians. So that's happening as she's setting out that. Alva, what are you doing?
I was looking out over the city. You
Oh,
said
you
roll a
look-
notice. I rolled a 2.
A 2. So you look over the city and you see that you saw that one firework, you heard the resounding one. And as you see that there are not fireworks, but there are smaller explosions happening in a different section of Amminheim.
Well, if there are riots, I suppose Mr. Ponce got his key. Smish.
And so you're out there as people, and like the boat is cracking underneath you. I'm gonna roll. Okay. Quillathe, with that notice you get the sense that you can't stop the boat
Yeah.
from falling apart. There's not enough time to get everyone off this boat before this boat shatters and melts. So you need to decide what you want to do.
Okay, I can't get everybody off the boat.
I mean, so far, from what you know, you can't.
Okay.
I mean, there are ways you can't save the boat. Is what's happening here.
Okay, so what I want to do is I want to be heroic, I guess, and save the people. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my water arcanica to slow down. Is it like pulsating? Is it like turning? Like what is this making?
So what it's doing is it like raises up and pulses down and sends a pulse out.
Okay.
And there's water melting off of this boat.
So I'm going to take all of the water that creates the walls, all of the water that's melting, bring it in together and try to like slow down like those pulses
pulses
so that
of it?
everybody can get
Create
off
a
the
buffer.
boat. Yes.
Awesome. Roll
Yep.
me an Arcanica.
That's okay. So +1, +5, and then I have Art of Water, so that's +6.
Awesome. So it's +6. So you're able to. You basically have to dismantle the entire top of the boat.
Yeah, I mean, so
and-
long, Daddy's boat. I'll have to deal with that at home.
And you're able to dampen the thuds of it enough that it's you don't know if it's enough, but that's happening. But the walls begin to melt around everyone. So Alva, as you're standing out there, the deck begins to melt underneath.
I start sloshing my way towards the lifeboats and Embrilar.
Yeah, so everything now there's like maybe like 2 or 3 feet of water in the boat itself. So water is beginning to fill up the boat as she melts it to use it to dampen the thuds of it.
Hang on a second. Tippin?
Where are you at, by the way? Am I near you? I don't think I am.
Tippin.
No, not really. I'm coming towards you, but I'm not near you right now.
Tippin, I want you to roll me a academia.
This is gonna be great. That is a 5.
5. Tippin. You've never used them before, but there are teleportation passages that only pixies know about.
Okay.
It's one of the ways they are able to get from like here to far in the city. You can send a message anywhere, and people are never. They're like, "Oh, pixies are fast," or maybe they pass it on between each other, something like that. But there's actual like gateway that you can teleport from place to place. And you've never really needed them before, but you do know that there are a few close to where you are.
Awesome. I'm gonna use them.
Sweet. So you find one. It's at the bottom of an old boot. So like it's just an old boot on top of a building that's on its side. And you have to go in and take that corner.
Yes.
So you're flying super fast, and the camera's like on you as you like go back and forth and like flying through things, and you like howl your stuff. And you have this determined look on your face, and you like we see the boot, and you fly in the boot, and you take that hard turn, and there's this swirling vortex type thing, very reminiscent to what we saw Joe jump into. And you head through it, and it's basically a long tunnel. So it's not like a portal, like a portal gateway where you step in one.
It's almost like it's folded the map.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
it's just a wormhole.
It's a wormhole. So there's a wormhole to another place. Where is this one particularly taking you to?
I want to get to
As close to the slide as you can?
because I want to find where the pixies are being hired by Spider.
Cool. Roll me a notice real quick.
That's only a 1.
Okay.
I don't have time.
You don't have time. It's fine.
It's better. That is a 4.
4. So as you're going through, and it's incredibly hard to see, and it's very rare, but you can see that there are other pixies passing you. Like you see like just flashes of light of other people go by, and you're like a face, Joe, a face, and you saw her face pass you.
What's this? I'm going to Joe.
Okay. So you're able. I want you to roll me. Do you have Arcanica?
Yeah, I do.
Roll me an Arcanica.
That's a 6.
Oh! It's nearly impossible to do, but you do it. You are able to U-turn your way in a wormhole. You pull the Kessel Run in at least 12 parsecs.
That's the power of love. Yeah, indeed.
And you pull around and follow Joe, and come out where she comes out.
Okay.
And we're gonna jump back to that in a second. As we jump to you guys, and the boat is melting around everyone. People are going off. The boat is melting from the back forward, and so you've been able to like stabilize and keep it all together, and almost everyone is off the boat at this point. There's like you guys actually will say that you guys send off the last 2 boats, but that leaves you guys.
Define you guys.
That leaves Quillathe, Alva, Embrilar, and Millicent is there as well. So 4 of you.
Did Captain Swizzle get sent off?
Captain Swizzle's on the last one. He's like,
Swizzle.
farewell. Captain goes down with his ship. This is now my ship. And so you have fun.
I'm
Captain.
He's just so cute.
Captain
Look at him.
Swizzle.
And he's like, he looks back at you with these like big eyes, and he's like, I'll remember you always.
He used W's as R's.
And then, like, as like his cuteness starts to fade from me, I realize the dangerous situation.
Yeah, you guys are in a very dangerous situation.
Yes, indeed.
You can't, Quillathe, you're having a hard time holding it all together still.
It's just the 3 of us, though.
It's the 4 of you. With
And can I
Millicent.
see them? Like, is it melted now that we're kind of
Yeah,
congregated?
you guys congregate as it melts. You have to congregate to the middle. You are in the middle of the ballroom. You're basically on, you're on the place. You're in the center of the whole boat, and the mechanica that keeps this place floating is almost melted off of this. So the engine basically is almost melted off. What do you guys want to do?
My Lady Quillathe, Sorry, do you have an idea?
I have an idea. It's a
Listen here.
far-fetched idea.
Millicent looks at you and goes, I will take any idea we can have right now.
The art of fire is your energizing.
Not on my ship.
I know. You're energizing atoms. You're basically giving atoms energy. If you're going to take energy, you're therefore limiting energy, and you're taking energy.
Get to the point! We're melting!
Basically, if I think I can suck away any energy from the ship that the atoms are in the ship, basically creating a huge fireball, and then in using that, I will suck energy out of the ship, refreezing the ship.
So you want to take heat from the ship and disperse it.
And basically create a vacuum on the ship that will freeze.
Roll me an Arcanica. This is a high Arcanica. I'm gonna say this is like a 6 or a 7.
Yeah, it's probably not gonna happen, but it is a 2. But why not? Let's do it. I'm going to. That's a 2, but I'm gonna. Can I get a bonus for Pretty Warden? Can't make it out.
It's okay. I got you.
Okay, so you try to do it, and you're able to like get some like puffs of fire out, but it's not enough. There's just not enough heat to like really disperse it all.
My Lady Quillathe,
Yeah.
can you make a water slide?
Yeah. I definitely can make a water slide. I'd love to make a water slide. Can I use both Arcanica and resources?
I'm gonna say only 1.
Okay. I'm gonna use Arcanica. I'm also gonna evoke my Art of Water.
Awesome. So it's a +1.
+1. Okay, that's fine. 3 + 1, that's 4. 5. 6.
6. Okay, with that 6.
With the last remaining bits of the...
The last one, so like just as the last bit of the ship falls off, like the engine like falls into the blackness, down into the city, in this rainstorm that's now this localized rainstorm. People are down there going, never rains down here. There are children out in the street. It's raining.
Wait, where's Kev?
Kev. Oh, Kev.
You said it was just us four.
It was just you four. You put Kev in one of the boats.
But with who?
Brella.
Might I suggest? I know maybe we can't go back there, but might I suggest that we get that Goblin contract off of his leg?
I mean, we still need to find him. Yeah, he's like. I mean, who's Brilla, by the way? Like she's.
Brilla is she's a daughter of House Fleet, who is
Actually-
the head of Jardine Fleet, is head of the Wardens.
Okay.
She's the girl I've been trying to embarrass all night.
Did you guys tell her to take her to her father? Is that one thing you did? I'm just offering it up. You guys can or cannot.
That makes sense. He's like the chief of police of the entire city.
Who'd
so
like to roll that luck?
Okay. That luck.
Yeah. It's just two of
I
them.
stepped away, so I mean, we'll see. Because she was downstairs.
It's
I
you.
ran
You
away.
roll the luck.
It's you.
You're the last one.
You were the last.
You didn't tell him.
Okay.
Unless you want to give me to re-roll that luck. Okay.
Nice.
Okay. I'm gonna say that you guys didn't. It was a split decision between do we leave him on the boat and then maybe we don't get off with extra weight or what happens, and so you put him in the boat in the.
Is
in
Brilla a warden?
No.
No. She's just clumsy and big.
Do we know where that lifeboat
Can
is? Because crap.
This I would have told her, and because I know this about her, and I tell her, you keep your hands on his wrists and you don't let go.
Okay. And she.
Break them if you have to, because
Okay.
I know she's strong enough to do that without even
Yeah,
trying.
because why would Millicent Gaynor wouldn't have let him he's a massive criminal and a massive substance. She wouldn't let him go with some random ne'er-do-well.
No, but she talked to Brella, and Brella's like, I understand.
Okay.
Okay. I don't suppose.
Although you know who was down there before all this happened? Was Millicent's
assistant.
attendant.
Yeah, but she went off to
took
do
off-
something
she
else.
jumped
but-
off the boat to make sure that she got to.
Is there any chance, I've got a small notebook and a reservoir pen in my bag. Is it possible I could have jotted down the symbols off of his
Roll me a
leg?
luck.
Okay.
Double look.
The art of secrets.
The art of indeed.
Fine. Yeah.
Neutral.
It's a neutral. I'm gonna say you got half of it.
Okay, got half of
You
it
got
down.
half of it down.
It's not awful.
Could be worse.
Can I get the other half? Curiosity breeds too much information.
Roll me a luck.
Yeah.
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 You got the other half.
We
All right.
consolidate.
Very nice. Very nice.
Can't reach it.
So he tries to leave. 5, 6, Umbrella. Man. So yeah, we cut to a scene on the boat where Brella is sitting there. She's not wearing the dress that she wore. She's wearing like a shirt and some pants. And she's holding on to Kev. And Kev tries to escape. He tries to get out. And Brella, she flexes her muscles and breaks his hands.
Ah.
Yeah,
Good
like
girl.
Is he
Good
still,
girl.
Is Kev still wrapped in all those thorns?
He's wrapped
Yeah,
in.
Brella.
He tries to roll away and roll off the boat, and she reaches out and she breaks these bones right here. So not even the little bones in his wrist, but it's she breaks all of those bones. And then she turns and snaps his leg too for good measure
Good
All right,
girl.
with her
Underestimated
bare
Brella.
hands.
Underestimated
Good
her.
job, Brilla.
Yeah.
Gave her a cut.
And as she goes away, she's like, "I gotta move to the country." And then we jump to you guys.
Okay.
So yeah, you create this water slide. As everything falls off, you take the last bit of the water and you make this water slide. As you're making the slide in front of you as everyone
Is the
goes
water
down.
slide going to the slide?
I mean, where do you want to point it towards?
I think I just straight
down,
down.
just
Yeah,
down.
I don't think
Yeah.
she
Just
doesn't know
down.
about the slide.
We will
so.
conserve the water that we have to get us straight to the
So
ground.
you're heading straight down. I want you to roll me a luck. So there's not enough water to get you down to the ground.
Okay.
And you notice this as it gets thinner and thinner and thinner. And you guys are about 30 feet above the roofs
Okay.
before it all runs out. And now you're like in free fall. And you all need to get down to the ground in any way you can. And also like that it's a slide made of water, correct? That's what you were doing? So the water runs out, and then as you left it, it like turns to like rain behind you, basically.
Who's the nearest person to me?
I'm gonna say it was you were first,
Okay.
and after you was Millicent, and then it was you, and then Alva. No, Millicent would have gone last, so it's you. It's this order right here: Quillathe, Embrilar, Alva, Millicent is at the back.
All right, cool. I'm going to have Millicent grab you, and then I'm going to grab Quillathe.
Cool.
So my goal is I'm going to grab Quillathe and then shoot out fire to slow my descent.
Roll an Arcatica.
Yeah.
That is a 3.
3. You make it.
Quillathe doesn't hate it either.
No.
I grab her and pull her in.
Oh!
And then
And as you come down to the ground, there's Quillathe. You notice his strong, muscular arms, and
You annoyed me all night, but you look so different
Should
now.
mention who your best friend is.
you happen to like as like the
your best
lights,
friend
the light of the flames underneath, and
Yeah,
He's-
I really do think she finds it quite like arousing.
oh, nice.
Yeah, in that moment.
Very good, very good.
Conflict later.
It, might as well enjoy the moment.
You and Millicent are falling.
Yeah, I was gonna try and do this for as whoever was close to me as well, if they can sort of benefit from it. But I want to reduce the gravity of the space
Cool.
between me and the ground so that we fall slower.
Okay, nice. So roll me an Arcanica.
Yay! That's a 2.
A 2. I'm gonna give you a +1 to her roll, and that's enough. So what happens is, as you guys are falling, she from the ground she raises up a tree, and the tree, as the tree is going up, it sprouts all its leaves and then jettisons all the leaves into the air, and you guys fall into those leaves and then fall with the leaves into the ground, and it cushions your fall.
Awesome.
That's cool.
And so you like get out of the leaves. As you look over and there's the two of you like.
Like Superman style, and I'm like,
Where do you guys want to land? On the street? On the roofs?
I mean, we were falling to the roof, so
Yeah,
I'm going for
roofs.
roofs.
Sweet.
Because I'm assuming we were 30 feet from the roofs.
From the roofs, yeah. So you guys land on the roofs. They fell further and are now at street level. Okay.
Can I roll a luck to see how close we are to Sandier's place or to the slide?
Please.
You know what? To the slide.
To the slide? Okay. You're closer to the slide.
can I roll a luck for Sandier's place?
Sure. Ooh.
Equidistant.
I gotta
Equidistant.
tie break
Yeah,
it. Okay.
Not that I'm as interested in Sandier's place now.
Odds it's Sandier, evens it's
It can't be both.
can't be both. Odds. You're closer to Sandier's place.
All right, that's fair.
You actually land on the roof of Sandier's place.
Yeah.
Oh, Sandier.
Does he hear the
Thud.
thud on the roof?
Dear me, what's that? I will go out here, the window. He opens the bay windows to look outside.
Oh, are you cagging kidding me? Alva says.
As you get out of the leaves, and he's there, like on the balcony, wind-swept hair back there. There's not even supposed to be wind down here, but for some reason there's wind. And
He's windy.
and he like looks over. You're on a roof adjacent from it. He's like, "Why, hello, Embrilar."
Sandier, what luck?
Am I like still like in his arms?
Oh yeah, you're
Okay.
definitely.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Why, hello, Quillathe."
Oh, hi, Sandier.
Did you get dressed?
I did a very
Okay.
very kind of light.
Simple
Simple
perfect.
yet perfect.
Yes.
Simple
Okay.
but
was the-
perfect.
So everyone is now clothed.
Yes.
Yes.
It's a beautiful thing.
But I think I like give Sandier the cold shoulder because he did not attend my party, and clearly he was at home this evening.
And he's like, "How was your party?" I'm
was-
sorry I could not make it. I had a duel to win, and I was just about to leave. I didn't realize you'd be coming into the city.
Actually, above the city. And I wasn't expecting to see you as well, but we had a bit of a mishap on the boat, and this man here saved me. So we're here
Well
now.
done, Embrilar.
Damn it.
Well done indeed.
Thank you, my friend. You've missed quite the adventure, my friend.
Oh,
Alva, we have ran into human gang leaders, and we've encountered the head. What we thought was the head of the Spider Willow gang. It's been quite the evening.
well,
Of course,
do-
I start to imitate Sendir's voice a little bit.
well.
Why are you talking like
Can
that?
Alva find a fire escape and start climbing up to where they are?
Oh, sure. So,
Okay.
Sendir, my friend. And then I grab you and I pull you in, and I catapult a fireway over to his balcony. And then boom, and I'm laying on his balcony next to her. He's like, Sendir, my friend, would you mind if we're having to go investigate another lead? Could you please keep Mistress Quillathe protected?
It would be my pleasure. And he like takes your hand. And,
Oh no, now I'm conflicted. Do I stay or do I go on the adventure?
do you want to roll a d6 to find out?
Yeah, I
or-
do.
Oh, tell me which is which.
Odds are I go on the adventure, evens are I stay. I go on the adventure. As
so,
much as I would like to stay here with Sandir, he wasn't here for me this evening. So I believe I'll be joining you on your adventure to the, what do you call it, a slide?
But don't you have something to pen? Your epic snagging of that terrible Kevin.
This is a quite dangerous venture, Mistress.
I'm quite a dangerous woman, and I'm up to the challenge.
that is
I mean,
very
I
true.
guess you can say no, but
Sendir, would you actually care to accompany all of us? We could use your help.
He like looks at Quillathe and goes, well, if Quillathe is going, then I should as well.
that's a good point. That's a good point.
Then,
Very well.
then off to the slide. Wait, and at this moment, I realize that Tippin isn't nearby. Where's Tippin?
He's been gone since the boat started cracking.
And
I thought he was with you.
No, I called for him. He wasn't there. He left. He's gone. I don't know where he is either.
And we jump
Yeah.
to a swirling vortex where Tippin flies out and like screeches to a halt. And it is a dark room, but it's a well furnished room, and you are like on the ground basically, like underneath a chair. And it's this very nice looking study, but it's a dark room, and you can hear voices talking. Roll me a stealth.
I'm also using the art of nondescript listening.
Perfect.
So that is a 6.
A 6? Nice. With that 6, you sneak your way through the room, through underneath tables and chairs, and hiding behind table legs, and back and forth.
Perfect position.
And you see that there is a large armchair with someone sitting in it. You can't tell because the back of the armchair is behind you. But on the table in front of the chair, on the desk, is Joe. And Joe is standing there looking at this person. And she is writing furiously on a piece of paper and then pointing to it. And you hear a voice go, very well. So they have it then. She nods furiously. That's very unfortunate. I was hoping to keep it for ourselves, but are the riots begun? And she nods furiously as well. Good, good. Well then, it seems that our plan is beginning apace. Congratulations. And she like nods. What do you want to do?
I want to see what's on that paper, what she wrote.
Okay. And so you roll me another stealth.
I need to re-roll that. I'm not confident enough in
All right,
this.
what are you using?
Art of.
Nondescript listing?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I guess.
Okay. I mean, re-roll.
Much better. That's a 7. 8. That's an 8. Sorry.
If you're able to see what's on the writing, are you able to see who the person is that Joe's speaking to?
Yeah, that is also my question. Am I able to angle myself to like towards the ceiling, looking down at the writing, also looking down at whoever's in the chair?
I'm going to say you can do one or the other.
I want to look at who's in the chair.
Okay, so you can't see what the writing is.
Joe's like probably standing in front of me.
And you see as they finish their conversation, Joe salutes and begins to walk away. And she like leaps off the table and lands and starts heading to where that portal was that you came in.
Okay.
And you're able to fly over and look over and see who it is. And the camera goes over looking at you, and then the camera focuses on you looking over, and behind you is this giant, elegantly carved spider willow sigil behind you as you look over, and you see a slightly greening goblin with streaks of white in her black hair. And she's sitting there with spectacles on her nose, and she's writing in a ledger book. And as she's writing in a ledger book, she snaps her fingers, and let's see. Gonna re-roll that.
An 8 to hide.
It's true. It's true.
Yep. She snaps her fingers, and immediately you feel yourself being pulled down. And you're pulled down right to where Joe was standing. And you notice that it wasn't just you, it was everything else small in the room was pulled towards that spot. And so you land down, and there's a Amalia, do come back, please. And you see this goblin leans forward in front of you and goes, and what's your name?
To be.
To be continued?
To be determined, but that works as well.
Very well. Let's determine who you really are. End of episode.
But since it's the only one, I want to
yeah.
open up Giant's Willow.
Okay.
It's gonna be
So-
like after the credits.
Yeah,
She's
after
like,
the credits.
This is the after
what is-
credits
This is the
scene.
after credits. You guys are inside Sandier's place, and like it's late tonight. So I mean, if you can head over there, you want to head over there like tonight. That's totally fine. Yeah. But he's like, very well. Let us have a light supper, and then we will go about our ways. And so you guys are like drinking salt wine and having a small meal.
I was just like curled up on an armchair.
I'm prepping, like going through, like readying my mind and my body for the battle to come.
And Sandier's just chatting up Quillathe. Like,
Yeah, but I keep like looking over.
What happened
at,
to
like,
Millicent? Did she just leave?
at your
Millicent, she lands and she's like,
Embrilar.
I'll be on about my business, and we will. I have things to do, and she basically bows out.
Millicent?
Yeah, Millicent does.
Okay.
I will go check. She looks at you and says, "I will go check House Ardale, and make sure that everything is well there."
Thank you, Pinnacle. Appreciate it.
And she takes off after that. But you all are sitting, and he's like, and that's when I beat them all, 3 of them at once, in less than 30 seconds. It's quite spectacular, wasn't it, Embrilar?
It was quite a match, my old friend.
The women in the room give each other a knowing look.
Yeah.
And as the evening progresses, you eventually get a moment to go away and
Yes.
open it.
Yes.
And
I think they're really boring me, so I like remember it's there, and I'm like, I'll be right back.
Oh, the whisper box?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Roll me a luck.
Because curiosity breeds too much information.
Okay. So you open it up, and you are immediately washed over by this. What do you think, Allie? What's a good secret for Giant Tanzi?
Oh, thank you. What if he plagiarized one of his best writing?
I like that. You're immediately washed over by panic, and this feeling of inadequacy, and
Quillathe has never felt that before.
and you're feeling inadequate and panicked, and you know that someone's going to come and try to kill you if you don't get this done, and there's nothing you can do about it, so you need to, no one's going to know. Nobody will know, and you feel yourself plagiarize a work and change things just enough that nobody's going to know that it was you, that's not yours. That's fine, that's legal. And the last thing you know is that John has published a work of poetry, and it's well received. And it made him a good hefty amount of dares. And you feel that he plagiarized this human poet that he then killed.
Oh.
To make sure that he would never talk. And then he used all that money and gave it to Spider-Willow.
I am all of a sudden more interested in Giant Tunzi, but also I think I'm having like a panic attack in the room from these emotions.
And there's that like screeching violin as you're like sitting. And that's it.
Okay.
Thank you guys so much for showing up and being part of Warda tonight. Thank you so much, Mary Kate.
My pleasure. My
being
pleasure.
here.
Anytime.
If
Super
you
fun.
liked the Quillathe being in the party, be sure to try to get us up to $300 on our Patreon, because there'll be much more Quillathe Sareine and much more of her antics, both clothed and unclothed.
Indeed.
And once again, thank you all to you, everyone else. Thank you, Alexis. Thank you, Frank. Thank you, Justin, for so much. And thank you, everyone out there in the chat. And thank you, Allie.
Thank you, Drew.
Thank you,
Drew.
And Drew.
Oh, thanks, guys.
And One Shot.
Yay!
Carolina Game Tables.
Thank you to One Shot for hosting and sponsoring our weekly live stream of Warda. Without them, we would be doing the podcast, but most of you would not know about it yet because it's hard to get a podcast out in the world and up and running. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you especially to those of you who tune in every week. You guys make the chat fantastic. You make these weekly live streams worth it. And if you feel that you can, get the word out on your social media about the podcast and the Patreon, and get everybody involved. Welcome everybody to the world so that they can help us continue to build it and make it more detailed and more unique. Even just tonight with this episode, you guys have made serious impact on stuff, and I'm very excited to incorporate that. I also wanted to say something about
something.
It's gone now.
Okay.
Tune in tomorrow night for the Dungeon Dome.
The Dungeon Dome.
Tomorrow night in the Dungeon Dome, the Ladies' Disdain and the Nothing are going to take on a monster or two, and it's going to be dope. If you don't know about the Dungeon Dome, check out One Shot on Facebook and Twitter and their website for more information. Basically, it's a competitive Dungeons & Dragons live stream thing with heavy influence of professional wrestling. Drew is competing as Benjen Direwick, a tiefling soldier from hell on The Nothing.
For the glory of hell.
And I am participating as Balon Terratrix, who is a half-elf barbarian on The Ladies' Disdain, which is the ultimate combination of grace, style, anime sparkles, and bloodlust. Check that out tomorrow night on the Twitch stream right here, and we'll see you there.
All right. See you next time, citizens.
Bye.
Bye.